Hey y'all, this is Ron and Dale Martin Jr. and I gotta tell you, man, this Free Radio thing is quite awesome. And since I spent all my money on steering wheel covers and Marlboros, I need you guys to donate $1 over at Patreon. That site is patreon.com/Radio Free Radio. If you ain't heard about it, you need to get on over there and give your $1.
We doggies
On RadioFRadio.com.
Take 16.
It's the chocolate milk and waffle show. Yeah.
Oh yeah, beautiful, beautiful. Let's get it on. Who are these guys? It's my theme music. Every good hero should have some.
Hey, welcome in, here on Radio for Radio, go tell a friend. Went to Rail in Georgia, bring them in. We got so many things to talk about, so let's begin. Putting the highlight on local life on Thursdays, 8 at night. Hope you feeling alright, cause tonight we gon' get you right, yeah, show you right. We gon' laugh, joke, talk, rinse, repeat. We gon' keep it real chill, plus get deep. Ain't no topic off limits, no knock off a gimmick. 10 times out of 9, you'll be fine when we finish. We get talented, hard to get artists to target that audience. Talk accomplishments of those who get no acknowledgement. The studio be hot in the summertime, studio be cold in the winter. And though the chair a bit dusty, it be a throne we enter. Have a seat with us, chocolate milk and waffles, come and eat with us. 2 whole hours, turn your speakers up. And before we get it started, just repeat it thus. It's on chocolate milk and waffle show. It's the chocolate milk and waffle show. We got George, we got Terrell, we got milk, that's chocolate. We got beautiful buttery waffles, just the way your mama used to make them.
Crazy, crazy, crazy show. That's what it is. Okay, whatever. I can't.
What's up, Internet? We're back for another episode of the Chocolate Milk and Waffle Show.
Saputo!
And we are so happy to be here
Yes,
with our
indeed.
guests this evening. We have Iris Perkins.
And her hair.
And her hair. Yeah. No, his name's Adam, not her hair.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I'm on top of a head now.
And we are here for our
That is so
second
weird.
roundtable discussion.
Yeah. I'm excited about this.
I'm super excited because I'm just as, like, I don't know the questions either, just like you guys don't know what the questions are going to be or what we're going to be discussing tonight. But Terrell never, ever fails us. Before we get into that, though, let's cover our local happenings, what we've got going on. Over at the venue on 35th Street in Norfolk, where we do all our amazing artsy type stuff, we have our weekly open mic on Mondays from 7 to 11. All genres are welcome who come in peace. Then on Tuesdays, we have our performance workshops at the venue on 35th. Every second and fourth Wednesday, I do writing workshops there. The cost of those is $5. We have a really good time, and we always walk away with some pretty good skeletons of poetry to put some meat on later on. And on the first Wednesday of every month, starting in October officially, will be the Verb Benders Poetry Slams. These have been super duper duper exciting. Iris has actually competed in both of those. We can talk maybe a little bit about that later on if that comes up. I think I'm trying to think of what else we got coming up at the venue. Oh, at the end of the month, we've got things that go bump at the venue. Our yearly Halloween event. You do not want to miss out on that.
Yeah, I'm going to try to make it this year.
Oh, it's going to be so much fun. We've got costume contests and games and independent horror film festival and Dee Dee Delaney performing Bertha Doesn't Live Here, tarot readings. The whole venue is going to be decorated, black lights and strobe lights, and it's going to just be spooky, magical, wonderfulness. Also, on the last Thursday of October, here we are having our very first, what will hopefully be annual Halloween special.
Yes,
we've got, believe it or not, I can't. It was like Terrell's Halloween present to me. He was actually able to book a team of paranormal investigators for that night.
Yes.
But what we'd also like is for you guys to possibly prepare some Halloween related either poetry or maybe a story of something that happened to you, so you can call in and be a part of the experience that night. And I think that about covers pretty much everything we got going on. What about you?
Something going on October 15th at the venue.
Oh, you do? What's going on October?
Oh, the
15th?
comedy show. That's right. We are launching our monthly comedy shows at the venue starting October 15th. And Iris will be one of the featured performers there,
she just
performing
made
under
sure.
her comedy name, Petty Crocker.
You're gonna tell what I'm doing, fool.
Yeah, you could have plugged that later on without putting me on
Yeah,
blast.
right.
Like okay, Adam, we're gonna be kind to you. It's your first time on the show.
All right.
Petty, I don't know what to tell you. You at our mercy. You furniture at this point.
He said furniture.
So that's just how it's gonna be. But I'm super excited to get this on the way. But first, we should let our guests introduce themselves. We'll start over here
Definitely.
with Miss Iris Perkins. Let the world know a little bit about you and everything you do. Quickly.
Okay.
That the blank look in her face was just like,
Where am I? What am I
What
doing?
am I doing? Iris Perkins is the author. ICU is the poet. Petty
Okay.
Crocker is the stand-up comedian.
and Danielle is the stripper.
Right? Actually, she's cinnamon stick, but
Oh, cinnamon stick.
Damn cinnamon stick.
Cinnamon.
What she got under that skirt
Yes.
Cinnamon.
Cinnamon.
and on a stick?
On a stick.
And directly across from me, we have.
Adam Lee, or, well, last name is Ekobashan, but it's mostly too difficult to pronounce for some people, so I
Yeah.
just go by Adam Lee. So it's
Yeah,
like
Adam Lee. We're gonna stick with that.
it's like an adverb. So anytime
Yeah.
somebody does something like I would, they're doing it very,
Adamly.
Adamly. as it
Yeah.
were. Yeah.
Adam Lee.
Clever.
But I'm a cartoonist and a voice actor. I did the artwork for
Yes.
the,
Yeah.
for the Chocolate
Yes,
Milk
he
and Waffles
did.
show.
Speaking of which, not to put you on blast on the air, but what happened to that one where they were like swinging on the rope?
Oh, well, I'm still working on
We need logo 2.
I'm still working on the bloodless turnip, the villain that they will be fighting.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah. Yes. Gosh, I
Yeah,
forgot about that.
At inception
Yeah.
of the Chocolate Milk and Waffle show, we were gonna get Chocolate Milk and Waffles as characters licensed and turn them into
Did
a
she
comic
say
book.
a syrup
Oh,
side?
They're having their own
the
conversation.
waffle-
I see that.
The
all
waffle
good,
has
let's just say.
mind control.
Yeah.
He's got that floating butter pad.
You never
with
noticed
him.
that over my
I
head?
saw the floating
Yeah.
butter.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's one
But
of my
no,
powers.
I've been working on. I've been developing the villain, which is
the bloodless turnip.
The
And he
bloodless
has minions known as the wild scallions.
Interesting.
yeah. So they do his
Yeah.
bidding for him.
It's the equivalent of the putties.
Yeah. In our world, the healthy food is the villain,
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
so.
and the chocolate milk and the
Speak,
waffles are
speaking
the
speaking of
heroes.
which, George, how was your National Chocolate Milk Day?
It was great. I drank a lot of chocolate milk. Today was National Coffee Day. I had a lot of that too.
Yeah,
Pet.
fuck coffee.
You wouldn't be able to tell. I'm very
Fuck
subdued.
for alcohol.
I think at some point the coffee started working in reverse.
Yeah. Ooh, that can happen.
It can.
Speaking of things in reverse, October 22nd, Ballad Fusion will be having our
Ah,
third
yes.
year anniversary
Oh, yeah.
showcase.
We're
at-
gonna be very busy that day
Oh wow!
because it is also
oh gosh, that is all day.
the second
the
all day
second
you drunk,
annual all day you drunks marathon right here at
which
the
is kind
clubhouse.
of my sort of unofficial anniversary
Yeah,
with
yeah, it is.
with Radio Free Radio.
Yeah, it kind of is.
That was the first time I was ever on the show before I was
Yeah.
actually part of the.
So, but like I said,
of the staff
October
here.
22nd, we will be at the Sandler Center of Performing Arts, where I will be representing for the AOL portion of the show. We will have Parks and Rec. Yes. And George Mendez.
Man, I ain't doing shit.
And
Nah, I'm gonna do some poems. I'm gonna do some poems.
and Inga Frost. Is that Inga's real name? I'm trying to figure.
Frost?
Inga Frost.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, she's wild. She's
Is she a poet?
no,
Inga
she's
from
a
Sweden?
no.
Yeah.
Ja.
Ah.
No,
Nah.
no,
Nah.
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 So, matter of fact, we'll be there till about probably 10 o'clock, and I will still be in my suit, and I will come straight here
To participate
to participate.
in all day you
in
drunk.
all, I'm looking forward to. Justin is like,
And
oh,
like
crap.
they've gone. You can tell that they've been in here working really hard. They've taken down the partition that cut the room smaller. They've created a staging area. We even got a little bit of a backstage behind the curtain.
Yeah.
There's a couch area over here that I can already see as like conversations on the couch portions of the show. This is gonna
Gonna
be
love
cool.
that.
Or when I just get way lazy and I need a nap.
Is that like
It just-
laying down counseling or conversation?
For us, it will be. It'll be whatever we want it to be.
Yeah,
That
whatever
is,
we
that is
want.
the tiniest green room area I've ever seen.
That is
behind the
so
curtain
amazing,
there.
though.
It's light green.
It's light
Light
green.
Yeah.
It's light
Okay.
green room. That's why it's so small.
Yeah.
But all right, I think all that being said, I'm ready to get into this
All
Q&A.
right. All right. Somebody pick a number between 1 and 4.
3.5.
Okay, 3.5. Ooh. Okay. I didn't want to start off with this question, but
Okay.
Hillary and Trump.
Oh man, we're going there all.
How
right
did
away,
we
huh?
get here?
Oh man.
You want the scientific version? Because, see, like, one day Hillary's mom and Hillary's dad got together and a sperm and an egg.
That's still not proven. Well, I'm
No. Let her finish because I'm gonna find out the exact coordinates and John Connor my ass back there and fucking just end that shit right out of the gate. Like, nope, I'm cock blocking Hillary's pops. That's it.
There is no spoon. But I think that somewhere along our timeline, we as Americans didn't believe that Trump would make it this far.
No, I agree with that completely.
That is for sure.
I think we also didn't realize that somewhere back in the day that Sarah Palin was going to influence some people to make Donald Trump become president, because even though her ramblings are wild, the Republican Party would have never been here if she couldn't see Alaska from her porch. I mean,
Right.
she couldn't see
See Russia.
I'm sorry,
Russia.
see Russia.
Scoot Russian,
from
buy
her
her
porch.
scoot.
Yeah, just.
I really did not think Trump was even going to get the Republican nomination. I was incredibly surprised that this was the man that they chose.
I mean, for somebody that's
back
never opened a thesaurus in his life.
He's never been a hall monitor, but he somehow can run for president. And Hillary is no better. I don't want to come across like I'm a
Yeah.
Hillary
Nope.
supporter, because she was under a federal investigation and still running for president.
She's still-
Meanwhile, I need like a master's and 5 years experience for an entry-level position at a fucking Kroger. Like, fuck you.
And you have to have good credit.
And you have to have good credit. And this dude went on TV in a debate and said, I was smart for not paying taxes.
Yeah.
You know, James Brown and Wesley Snipes are pissed.
Yeah, completely.
now.
And James Brown is dead and pissed.
Yeah.
Ain't gonna be no Texas. Goddamn. Ain't been no Texas. Nancy, you. He been no Texas.
Please.
In all honesty, me and George has heard me say this before, I'm not surprised that Trump is the go-to person for the Republican Party. And the reason I'm not surprised is because when you think about who he targeted first, who he pandered to first, are the pretty much the people that are that much pissed off and frustrated with the government. Those are the ones that you took our jobs. He hit that crowd. Yeah,
But no,
he
you
hit
can't-
that
you
crowd
can't say
first.
that. You can't say that because he sent some of their jobs to China. That's who's making
Yeah.
their bow ties and suits.
Yeah, he
So,
he did that. But
Um,
once again,
You're-
does the average person know that? They don't pay attention to that. They don't think about that.
I think
Just
a
like
lot of it,
just like people
especially-
don't know that there are two other candidates. Just how do you?
I
not
think a lot
know?
of that, especially in the beginning, was America is so fed up with the way things are that it turned into we've tried politicians for a long time and that
Exactly.
hasn't worked. Let's try maybe somebody who's not
Yeah, and
a politician, who's maybe just
That would be great.
and
Yeah.
and they got caught up in that and maybe that's not a bad idea, but not this particular
Exactly. No.
non-politician.
No.
And
Oh.
I'm sorry, just like with any job, you kind of need some experience. And this dude has, like I said, it sounds funny, but he's never held any sort of
No.
position where he was in a political office. He's never held any sort of political office whatsoever. And the business, he keeps
Was
saying,
he-
"Well, I'm a businessman. I'm a smart businessman." But you're not though.
No.
Was he ever
And
a
I
class
can-
president? Hold on.
Was he what?
Was he ever a class president? Hold on.
He may have
Maybe.
been in.
He might have been. He might maybe
when-
was a crossing guard.
When he was homeschooled, he may have been hall monitor at least.
Once I was a dungeon master. One time. I didn't do very well.
What, did they roll the dice and kick him out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was great.
Okay.
But and I mean, and Hillary, she's got a very long list of steps that have gotten her to where she is now. Not all, and there's a lot of mud and grime on a lot of those steps. But
what is
I mean,
she-
you can probably say that about any politician. Good.
Question.
Yes.
He was with the Reform Party in 1999 to
Mhm.
2001.
Mm-hmm.
So he was a Democrat from 2001 to
Uh-huh.
2009. He was independent from 2011 to 2012.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's back to being a Republican?
That's part of my
In a nutshell, he's been fake his whole life.
Yeah, but see, that's a part of my short, long conspiracy theory that this was all set up to get Hillary in the White House, because he goes back to being a Republican at the same time.
I don't think Trump expected to get this far. And I almost kind of feel like at this point he's trying to throw the election, and he's probably beside himself. Like, these people still want to fucking vote for me.
Well, I mean, he said it
But see-
himself.
I could shoot somebody in the middle of the street and people would still vote.
Yeah,
Well, didn't the Cheney dude do that? My bad.
but he was already
in
in office when he
They
did
were
it.
in the woods.
Yeah.
Be fair.
In
not
the
as clear a
face.
shot. In the middle of the street, very open.
I was having
in
a
the
stroke
woods.
at the same time.
Maybe the guy looked like Bigfoot.
Shoot him in the face, but I meant to shoot him in the face.
But see, like I was saying, it's crazy because
he was
this
cop
at the
trained.
exact same time Bernie Sanders decides to stop being an independent to be a Democrat. That, to me, it's all just too coincidental. It's just too coincidental that this happens. Then the DNC undermines Bernie Sanders' campaign.
He was bought. He was bought out. He was
They
bought
they
out.
were just like, wow, he's doing better than I thought he would. Let's do something to throw a wrench in this. And to me, like I said, once again, Trump being the main person for the Republican Party does not surprise me at all.
Yeah, the two-party system is beyond broken. Well, it's not. And here's the thing. Like, we keep talking about how the system is broken, and we talk about this in very different facets of the system. The system is not broken at all. The system works just fine. The system works exactly as it was designed to work. That's the problem. We don't need to
Exactly.
fix the system. The system needs to be dismantled and
Exactly.
rebuilt from the ground up with principles that apply to 2016 and not 1492. Because we are grossly misguided when the two choices that we have are the two choices that we have.
It's
And
like-
we do have other options that, again, most people don't know about. We're probably going to have to do a lot of writing in for this election. But
Yeah.
it's either way, it's going to be one of those two. And we know that.
I got a feeling, I seriously feel like the third runner-up is going to be so many Mickey Mouse write-ins, it's going to be ridiculous.
Like,
I
imagine,
really-
even if, like, a Gary Johnson
Mhm.
actually got the most votes,
Mhm.
they would never tell us that.
No. Nope.
We would never know.
It is it's this election is like the worst game of Would You Rather ever played. It's like,
no shit.
welcome to Would You Rather. Our contestants will have to choose between either A, chewing on this ghost pepper for 5 minutes, or B, shoving it directly in their ass. Well, I guess I'll put it right up my ass there, because then I only have to worry about it burning one direction. So hand me the olive oil and let's get this party cracking.
Side note, the band One Direction came from that exact same orifice.
Really?
It did.
They did.
Are you serious? It really came from that?
It did.
That,
Or
that was a good. I
No,
see what
no,
you
it
did
didn't
there.
really-
I see what you did there. I'm sorry. Radio show.
We're on the internet. You can say whatever you want. But all jokes aside, it's scary.
Really
It
is.
is flat out horrifying, the situation that this country is in. Other countries are looking at us like, y'all, you're kidding, right? I keep waiting for Ashton Kutcher to like pop up at a debate, like, gotcha. Here's your real candidates.
Did you know that he wasn't drafted during Vietnam? Because in college, from 64 to 68, he obtained 4 student deferments. And in 1966, he was actually deemed fit for service based upon a military and medical examination. But he was classified as fit by a local draft board. But he was given a 1Y medical deferment in 68
That's wrong.
because
That's wrong. It's a lie.
they attributed him to having heel spurs, so he couldn't go.
I
He
believe
is a heel spur.
It's a real condition. I was diagnosed by my doctor, who's great.
Like America used to be, right, Trump?
yeah. At one point or another, I think.
That's the other thing. When was America great?
Never,
For
ever in life.
everybody.
Never, ever in
for,
life.
for everybody? I was going
everybody.
to say, I
Never,
don't know
ever in
for,
life.
For everybody.
Before the colonists got here, when the Indians, when the natives,
Yeah.
Americans still had it.
Yeah, and the
That was
Vikings
it. Was
were up
probably
north.
great then.
Before
When
it was
corn
called
was still
America.
called maize.
It was
Right,
peace.
right.
But, I mean,
When corn wasn't genetically.
there's never been a time in our history where there's been equality for every
Why did you have to bring up the
citizen
genetic?
My bad.
genetic corn.
Yeah.
What? Oh God.
It's a lie. It never happened.
Maybe that's what happened to his hair.
I'm so reminded of
It does
American
look like
Hustle
corn
every
silk.
time I see that.
It really does.
You're
look like
reminded of
corn silk.
what?
American Hustle, like
I'm gonna put this dead rat right here, and then I'm gonna comb it over from the side and glue it all into place and spray paint it and hope that the wind does not blow.
I think that if he loses, like he should have to shave his head, like on a 3 guard, so we can finally see what his hairline actually looks like.
I don't think they're shaving. I think you just take that off. I don't think.
Did he
that's
say on a
shave.
3-guard?
Yeah. You know,
Just,
not all
to
the
just get that one part off right there.
Right. Just to make sure we can see exactly what that hairline really looks like.
I think it's a little person up there, like with with controls and stuff.
Yeah, he's Krang, right? Like like Trump, Donald Trump is not an actual human. He's a ship for an alien that lives inside him.
Stop the turtle, Swaddle.
We're gonna bring in the technology.
We are part of the Lollipop Guild. The Lollipop Guild. Yeah, they're up there too.
I would do the dance.
Hold on, they're on the Trump page. Why are they on the Trump page?
I said they're on the Trump hairline.
Oh, the Trump hair group.
All right.
My plug's a little people.
The Yellow Brick Road. It used to be anyway.
So this isn't. I guess this will also fall. We talked about the system, and not it being is not broken. Is working for who it needs to work for. What do we as a people? What can we do? You guys feel to make it better for us, the common everyday man?
Wow.
You must whip
That's
it.
huge.
That's a big question.
That's huge.
I think as much as the protesting and the marching puts it in the public eye, it doesn't actively create the sense of urgency that our political figures need to feel in order to actually enact a change. I personally feel that the best way to start is to hurt them at the wallet.
Mm-hmm.
We need to take our money out of the system, support independent local businesses, stop shopping at these corporations that are paying off these politicians to make things as they want them to be. Trump wants to give companies tax cuts because his theory is if they have more money, they'll be able to take that money and create more businesses and therefore give people more jobs. It's essentially trickle-down theory, but that's what got us here in the first place.
Exactly.
That's why we're here now. So to answer your first question, that's what's gotten us here. Is it started then in the 80s with Reagan and trickle-down. And because in theory, yeah, that's a really great thought. However, that excess money is not being trickled down.
No,
it's
it's not.
being held on to by
Fat
the people that are
cats.
already in power.
I don't know. I think when it comes to something like that, I think education is more of a way to hit them, because it seems like the people who are spending the money at the corporations don't know any better and how to hold on, save, and things like that.
Sure they do.
Because they're not taught, not in the more urban areas and lower class and things like that, because they're not taught how to spend or how to save. They just want those new Jordans, and the new Jordans come from China. And since, China has this little pact with Trump, he still gets paid on the side, and NAFTA was a bitch. But we're not going there right now. But it's like people are always trying to get the best of something, and they don't have. And what blows my mind is, like, Saturday will be October 1st. I'm sure that there are people already out there who have started their Christmas layaways so they can spend all this money on all these toys that they're going to give their kids that are going to be broken on the 26th. But you can say, I got this for you, not realizing if you put that same amount of money into their 529 plan, or you put it into your savings account and you kept it for later, that you would be much better off later on down the line than just making somebody else rich because you want to see your child instantly happy and you want them to leave you alone for the next 6 hours. But since we don't teach people, or some people, how to save and what to do with money, then we are all Black Friday. Oh yeah, I'm going out to buy something because I got to get this right now. You don't realize that the sale that they had Memorial Day weekend was a whole lot cheaper than the one that you're about to get on November. But again, people don't look at things like that.
Yeah. I think a good problem that happened when you witness, it's almost like when you're in these certain environments or certain areas, you really don't realize it. I think my wake-up call is when I was with an organization and we were doing outreach. And everywhere we would go, we would take mortgage specialists with us. And we went to a Section 8 community one day, and they were actually sat down to the workshop telling people how to save, how to, like just improve your credit, do what you need to do to get your own homes. Word got around we were doing this. They stopped us from coming into these neighborhoods. Like literally, they were just saying like, no, you can't come back. No, you can't.
It's
I'm just like,
systematic.
This is ridiculous. We're trying to teach people how to grow, but you don't want that because you want to keep them in this one little area. Just like you'll have you'll have, I want to say a good example, downtown Newport News. You had some of the most rundown housing for years, and nobody was really trying to do anything about it. But then once investors started to want that land, they begin to condemn these buildings. And so, we're going to bring affordable housing. And okay, but what are you going to do about the people that are living there now?
Right.
We got, they all migrate to this one area and they keep an eye on them in this one area. But when they build these houses down here, those people aren't going to be able to come back because that place is going to be nice. It's going to have the parks and everything like that. No, they can't come back. But it goes back to what she said. We need to educate people on getting their own or their slice of the pie, if you will, instead of looking at now, look for the future. Just like I tell people, like, I'm pulling for Jill Stein. Will she win? I don't know. I can't, but
it's highly unlikely.
Yeah, Jill Stein, the Green Party literally wants to do away with my job. I'm a truck driver. They literally have no problem saying they want to get rid of truck drivers. But my thing is they're looking at the future. And that's what I'm trying to look at too. Will it piss me off if they get in and be like, hey, your job is gone? Yeah, it'll piss me off because I have to find something new to do.
Yeah, but we are so far from a society where we can transport without having to use that type of
Oh, yeah, I know we
transport.
are. But I'm just saying, and I just know that their goal, their thought process is for the future and not now. And that's what I'm thinking about in my decision and who I would like to see in office. And I think that's where we mess up too many times on so many levels. I don't care if you're in an urban area, suburban area, whatever. Even when I'm thinking about, I'm seeing a lot of children who inherit this farmland. They're selling their farmland.
Yes.
They're selling their farmland like crazy.
For pennies.
Exactly. All for money right now, instead of thinking about what they could actually do for that land and to benefit other people.
And make it sustainable for later as well.
Exactly.
Which comes down to that education bit. If they had, been taught how to use it, they'd be using it.
Yeah.
Right.
The Tuskegee Airmen owned a large chunk of Williamsburg for the longest time, and nobody knew it. Nobody. I didn't even know it. They owned they built, maybe 4 of them decided to build houses on this land. And they fell in love with this area when they used to come to Langley. They did some of their training at Langley. And I didn't know this story until a guy told me. He said, yeah. He said they own about 20 acres each right up in this area. He's like, but their kids are selling it. He's like, each time one of them died, their kids sell it. Instead of and there's like a freaking creek or something running through the middle of this area. And it's very lovely. But he's like, I pay nothing for this. He's like, and especially when I found out who was selling it, this is a white guy. He's like, it shocked and pissed him off. But he was just like, I got it for a good price. But they're just selling it. All because they want that money right here and now. So I get what you're saying. We got ourselves in this state.
Pretty much.
I mean, there's some who don't pass on the information because there are times that we feel that you have to hold on and hoard your information. And it's funny because I've been in the deaf communities, and deaf communities share everything. So, their person isn't left out. But as a hearing community, it's like if I tell you a secret and you go tell somebody else that, I got my car for $1,600 and they paid, $2,300 for theirs. It's like, you're going to be mad at me because I paid less than you because I did research. And why didn't I tell you that I got my car for $1,600 and you could have saved money? Like, you weren't going to split your extra with me. We have a real bad, I guess, balance on how we share information and where we can get things from and how we can do things better. It's like, I got to hold on to this. Couponers don't do that. They're quick to share. Oh, you got your coupons for this week? Let's go. But we're not all like this. You see my haul for this week, and of course the next couponer is going to try to do better than this last one. Yeah, I saved 20 more cents than you. I got $5 more back in my pocket. But if we were educating each other like that, then there would be some things that we didn't have to worry about, and some of that money would be coming back in our pockets instead of going other places.
Grocery store gonna have to pay me.
Right.
We'll just run till 9.
Okay.
And then get the break at the 8 time.
Gotcha. All right. So.
We got more questions?
Oh, yes, we have more questions.
So we had 1, 2, 3, or 4. We chose 3?
We chose 3. 3.5. That was 3.5. Talking about the economy and education was the 0.5.
Oh, okay. All right.
All right. So now we have 1, 2, and 4.
Adam, pick a number.
I'm gonna go number 1.
Number 1. All right. And I wish Darrell was here for this one, for real. Gosh. Cultural appropriation.
Oh. Okay.
And I'm going to expand it definitely. And this is another real. With Seneca was here also for this. Recently, you notice everybody's starting to wear dashikis again.
Yes.
Everybody, like the 70s, and is coming back. I recently read a blog by a Nigerian who is pissed about American blacks wearing dashikis.
Absolutely.
And a lot of people, not just here but in other places, wear things for fashion without the full understanding of the culture behind it. And then some people are like, if I'm black, how is it cultural appropriation? You may be black, but it's still not your culture. My question is, how blurred are the lines, and are we just that ignorant, or we just don't care?
Pick me.
Go ahead, Iris.
My mother was the International Student Affairs Director at Texas Southern University for about 17 years. She would go to Africa and she would recruit students to come to the pharmacy school at Texas Southern University because it's known. When we met people, because I've been to Nigeria, I've been to South Africa, I've been to Ethiopia. When we went over there to meet people, people look at us as Americans. To them, there's no, I don't care if I'm the same skin tone or skin color as you. I'm American, period. So when you come back and I've been to the motherland, you haven't been to the motherland. You visited there, like you visited Vermont, Washington, Hawaii, Alaska. You didn't stay there. You didn't appropriate yourselves, with what goes on there. Just because you went to Wisconsin doesn't mean you know how to make cheese. So when we, as Americans and black folks, which is still amazing to me because black people are the only people who have to put something in front of their name before they say American. But when we, I guess, try to associate ourselves with the culture that society tries to throw back on us, because not all of us are from Africa, and we try to be down, throw up it is not seen as a welcoming or culture gesture. It's seen like, oh, I'm making fun of you, like Sambo and blackface and things like that. So if you're not reading about this and trying to figure out where these actual colors or these designs and whatnot came from, because each one of those means something different to each different tribe, culture, or community over there. You're just putting on a show. And if you don't know why you're wearing it, and you just, I'm putting this on because, it matched my Jordans. What? It doesn't work like that. And since a lot of people don't read up on these things, and a lot of people, they just want to be down, or they just want to be a part of the cause, quote unquote, then they throw themselves into
and she threw up the fingers too, in case you're not watching on YouTube. She did do this. She did that.
The air quotes.
Yeah.
If you're not down with this cause, it's like you're not black anymore. And it has nothing to do with being black. It has to do with what you know, where you're from, who you have associated with. If you've been to Nigeria, Ethiopia, or anywhere else over there, it's their culture. It's not really ours. So yeah, that trying to be assimilated by the Borg. You better watch yourself. You might get a spear in your back. You wear the wrong color.
Yeah, for real. Somebody was saying it like it's the
Huh.
equivalent. Wearing a certain dashiki is the equivalent of wearing the wrong colors.
It is.
Like you can get spear chucked.
I'm just, man, it's serious.
Like what?
It is serious.
Oh, see,
You hear?
See, you got
boom.
you got them
gone.
Somalian colors, fam. What's up?
Done.
I'm Scottish. I'm not gonna wear somebody else's tartan.
Exactly.
My plaid is my plaid.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Like
It
the
is,
Scottish
though.
clans, they were
Yes.
They were distinguished from each other by the.
I can't go
The
to
plaid.
Scotland wearing somebody else's kilt. I can't do it. It wouldn't be right.
Wouldn't be left either, but
Yeah.
people would do
You're
it.
correct there.
Yes.
And 2
very
wrongs
much.
don't make a right, but 3 lefts do.
In a circle.
Yes. What a snap.
Now, I guess the extension to that is, especially when it comes to hip hop, because hip hop are the main, I would say, gumbo of the world, because they bring in so many different things to create hip hop.
Yeah, they even have Koreans wearing afros now, which is weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, just like the main, and it's weird because the only other thing other than hip hop, I'll say cultures or like people who just dive in is dance hall. Like,
No, b-boy and dance hall.
well, I mean, but I could, well, see, when I say hip hop, I encompass the whole
Oh,
culture.
okay.
When I say hip hop, but like the queen of dance hall was Japanese for like X amount of years running, and I'm like, how is that possible? But now, when it comes to things like that, would you say that hip hop has made it a part of its culture, or once again, it's cultural appropriation?
It's culture. That's cultural appropriation.
Also, what about you, George?
Yeah, as a non-black person who has hip hop coursing through his veins, I wouldn't say that I culturally appropriated. I respect it as a black culture, and I understand my place as a non-black person who practices that culture.
But see, I don't,
But-
because I know how many.
Because I know where it came from. And
Yeah.
it came from the black inner city neighborhoods of New York, where there was a dialogue that needed to be had, and it was voiced. As the years have progressed, subject matter that gets addressed changes, and it's the array is it's a huge spectrum of different things that can be talked about, to the point where you can. I mean, there are rap songs that have absolutely nothing to do with anything. They're just fun stories. But it would be remiss of anyone in hip hop to not acknowledge that it is black culture.
I guess because I know that the Funk Brothers were the ones that started the parties before Kool Herc even started his, and to know that they were Latino and black, I just can't say hip hop is just a black culture.
It's not a black culture.
It's an urban culture.
It's an urban culture.
Yeah.
It's American. That's American.
Yeah.
It is.
So
Yeah, it is that. It is very
American. To say that, Koreans are now, into hip hop and they have their own rap and
I think it's a beautiful thing. As a hip hopper, it speaks to the success of it that it is a worldwide.
It's like an art form that many cultures have accepted.
And to be honest with you, some of these foreign cultures who have adopted hip hop as their own understand it better than some of the people who are practicing it here in the States. So,
absolutely.
So basically, it's like, fuck you.
Yeah,
that's kind of how I feel. Like,
good example, like Native Son, when he dropped this LP, the Native Faces LP,
it did better in Germany than it did here.
It's like in the top 50 for Germany, and I'm just like, nobody here is like, who?
And Trump is German. How about that?
Lies. Lies. It's not true. I don't know where you heard that from.
Heard it from your mama, Trump.
Oh, that's great. It's fantastic.
Now,
who was Scottish? But
who's Scottish?
Yeah.
Only a second ago.
Now, and like I said, this goes back to I wish Darrell was here for this. When you have a black person that talks and conducts themselves a certain way, they're not black. They're trying to be white, and
as a non-black person, I almost feel like I have no right putting an opinion there. Almost like, okay, I saw white people on social media calling certain black people coons, like Cam, for example. It's kind of like
can you call somebody a coon?
Can you do that
without seeming racist?
Yeah, and I understand what the term means, but I don't know. I don't feel like that's I think you can add that to the list of things that are okay for certain groups to say and not others. I wouldn't have the balls to even let that word fall out of my mouth. Like, it's not my word to say. Who am I to say that person's not black enough?
Yeah.
Me especially. You know what I mean? Like,
but then it begs the question, what is black enough?
And that's a good question.
Yeah.
So when an athlete like Cam Newton comes out speaking against the protesters, or you have somebody like Lil Wayne who says, I've never experienced racism in my life, how do you feel about these black people who are essentially blinded to the struggle?
Okay.
Or if not blinded, not showing any support for it?
Rose-colored glasses don't count. For as far as Cam Newton's standpoint, I don't think that he doesn't see it. I think that there are some ways that we can kind of spin things to work for us. That's like 49er dude, Kaepernick, not standing for the
Pledge of Allegiance.
Right.
And Maury's old security guard dude has his own show now.
Oh, Steve Wilkos?
Yes. He said that he supported what Colin Kaepernick was doing, although he is a veteran.
Yeah, there's a lot of veterans supporting him.
And it amazes me how I think he's of mixed race too, Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah, he's adopted if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Right. So it amazes me how some people can say, well, he's not standing for it. And I think LeBron James says, I support him, but I'm still going to stand for it.
Yeah.
Even though the flag doesn't necessarily represent all of us.
It doesn't.
Still.
It's like the whole flag burning thing where it's like somebody might not think it's right, but they have to defend their.
On some level, you could argue that flag burners and Colin Kaepernick, I can't remember, is that it? Kaepernick.
Yes.
Are probably arguably more patriotic than some of these people that are just blindly defending a piece of fabric.
Absolutely.
We're built on the ability to stand up for what's right. And right
Mark.
now, America is not standing for what America is supposed to stand for. So yes, there are people taking a knee.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And I agree with him. America is not great. America is not treating all of its citizens appropriately.
Nope.
There is a group of citizens that are clearly being targeted. And at this point in the discussion, if anybody can genuinely say that it's not a race thing, then you are either not paying attention or you are intentionally turning the blinders on because you are too afraid of coming face to face with your own bullshit and hypocrisy.
Pretty much.
This is something when Chris was here, we actually discussed this. Like, I have friends in Louisiana, and we know Louisiana is south can be.
Hey, I'm from Texas. Don't say that.
Okay.
Yeah, Louisiana's never wanted to secede. So
Right.
Well, they've actually told me they've never dealt with racism, and the reason why is because they'll tell me like black people and white people in certain parts live in their own little worlds.
Right.
They don't really interact with each other. So no.
Which is inherently racism.
Yeah, but see, they've inherently racism by that separation.
But it's become so normal to them that they
it's
don't
so normal
view it as a racist.
that again they don't view it as racism. So when someone like Lil Wayne says, "No, I never experienced racism," I have to look at where he's from.
But this is also the same man who had rap lyrics
Exactly.
insinuating
and see,
that he
goes
has
back
had to deal with
that.
racism. It's
He's trying
from
to
police.
that goes back to when I say like rappers try to speak to people where they are even though they've never been there just to get paid. Sex sells, pain pays.
Studio.
Now
Freestyle? Oh,
you said freestyle.
my bad.
And that also brings in the whole discussion of the N-word. Like, it's like everybody and their mama has a pass for it now because of rap.
What, nuts? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
I'm
that.
just kidding.
D's.
He said D's. But no, once again, can we attribute that to the culture of hip hop or appropriation?
Desensitization.
That.
There you go.
I think that's what it boils down to. And hip hop culture does kind of make very loose usage of that word.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of the day, let's be realistic here. It's suburban white kids buying records and buying the downloads.
Exactly.
Because that's where the money is, where it can be afforded. And it's kind of always been like that in the music industry. So they have the voice beating that word as a replacement noun in pretty much every rap song they hear. So, but the voice that they don't have is the voice telling them, well, this is why this particular group uses that word. This is where that word came from. This is what it's come to mean to this particular group now. And here, more importantly, is why you can't say it. You know what I mean? You just can't. And that's part of the problem, is that people aren't being educated realistically. You know what I mean? Whenever somebody like Bill O'Reilly can go on air and say something like, well, slaves didn't have it that bad. They had free food and shelter.
Right.
That and he genuinely believed that.
Yeah.
He in his heart felt like they didn't have it that bad. That says a lot. That says a whole lot, because now he represents an entire group that genuinely feels like black people should just be thankful for what they do have. And the bottom line is, this country would not exist without black people and immigrants in general, but in particular black people. This country was built on the back of slaves. Because if we had to have paid everybody who did the work of all the slaves during all those hundreds of years, we would have never got ahead.
No.
Irish, black, and Chinese.
Yes.
Because the Chinese folks helped build the railroads.
Yes.
We couldn't
Yes.
get across the states without.
And then you have I'm glad you said that, because even within whites there is racism against each other, because you have Irish people that don't like Scottish people.
Yeah.
And it's just mind-boggling to me how something as arbitrary as a skin tone can create so much
Skin
division
tone,
among us. It's like we're
location.
sneeches on beaches, and the ones of us with
The
stars
stars
on our
and-
belly, we're better than the
Star
rest
belly
of you
sneeches,
motherfuckers.
that's right.
It's the most ridiculous shit in the world.
But it's funny that you say that because the classism does exist not only between races, but where you are. And I want to say the guy was probably from South Carolina. It was a politician years ago who said if the trailer park whites and the low income black people got together, they could overthrow the government. But because the trailer park whites are too busy thinking that they're white, and the black people don't like the white people because of them just being white, we'll never be able to come together to put things ahead. And if people would listen to what politicians say, because some of that stuff really is the truth, we could do a lot better than what we do now.
Yeah.
And I think that is a perfect point to stop on while we take our halfway mark break. I can't believe we've already killed an hour of this show.
Really? Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's already almost 9 o'clock. We're going to kick it to a couple songs, and we'll be back at the top of the hour with more chocolate milk and waffles. If you would like to join the conversation, the phone number is 757-848-5920.
Last night saw an archangel with a smirk on his face and a black halo, black wings and a black sword. Blackened in the vision of a crack kilo, open wounds or do I key, Lord? Do I ever try to heal or do I destroy? Everybody never gave enough about the middle finger in the pocket, trying to live my life without the Lord help. I hear a voice saying kill myself, and I kill it with the blood of Jesus. We all got demons on our back, we all want heaven on this earth. But how can we enter those gates and be ready to serve without first dying of self? Imagine that I was Goliath and you was the giant that got me all up on this floor. Imagine me sitting there crying and handling the Bible, holding on like a pistol. I don't see many Davids in my life, but I ain't never seen no one like you. Trying to find out where my purpose lies. All I ever hear is that you're the truth. So who am I? So who am I? Who am I? I'm a broke, weak, hungry man swimming in food. And I don't need none of it in me, cause I'm full. I'm a broke, weak, hungry man swimming in food. And I don't need none of it in me, cause I'm full. I know I don't deserve it cause I'm stubborn, but Lord help me, I need food for that. Tell me why I'm feeling hungry when my stomach full, and why I don't wanna eat no more. Really I'm like, why the heck you gotta bug me for? Can't you see I'm living comfortable? Got a nice friend and a new crib with no pot to wear, but my bucket full. And I don't see nobody trying to kick it soon, so I guess I'll kick it by myself. And I had a dream that I was on the moon. When I woke up, I was back on earth. But the starvation is killing me. I might as well be in the mall basement, really deep in this material world. Everybody wants heaven on earth, but how can y'all go to church without to dying yourself? So. I'm a broke, weak, hungry man swimming in food. And I don't need none of it in me, cause I'm full. I'm a broke, weak, hungry man swimming in food. And I don't need none of it in me, cause I'm full. I hit the floor when I locked the door in my room, I'm feeling untouchable. On the battlefield when my mom was killed like Bunker Hill for a buck or two. About a two-piece suit for my funeral. You know I'm in love with money even if it take me to the grave, Lord. Would I be wrong if I pray for it? Would I be wrong if I pray for it? There should be more to the world than material wealth, but I got bills to pay like he works for me. Work with me. Honestly, I should be working with you, cause I've been thinking about the demons in the world, and I never knew that you was there for me the whole time, ever since the first line. So I'ma sip on this bitter cup while your will be done.
Did you know that Radio Free Radio has over 100 videos on their YouTube channel? It's true. Check it out. Go to YouTube and type Radio Free Radio, all one word, into the search bar and click subscribe.
Take 16.
It's the chocolate milk and waffle show. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful. Let's get it on. Who are these guys? It's my theme music. Every good hero. Check it out, son.
Welcome in, here on Radio for Radio, go tell a friend. Went to Raleigh, Georgia, bring them in. We got so many things to talk about, so let's begin. Putting the highlight on local life on Thursdays, 8 at night. Hope you feeling alright, cause tonight we gon' get you right, yeah, show you right. We gon' laugh, joke, talk, rinse, repeat. We gon' keep it real chill, plus get deep. Ain't no topic off limits, no knock off a gimmick. 10 times out of 9, you'll be fine when we finish. We get talented, hard to get artists to target that audience. Talk accomplishments of those who get no acknowledgement. The studio be hot in the summertime, studio be cold in the winter. And know the chair a bit dusty, it be a throne we enter. Have a seat with us, chocolate milk and waffles, come and eat with us. 2 whole hours, turn your speakers up. And before we get it started, just repeat it thus. It's on chocolate milk and waffle show. It's the chocolate milk and waffle show. We got George, we got Terrell, we got milk, that's chocolate. We got beautiful buttery waffles, just the way your mama used to make them.
Crazy show. That's what it is. Okay, whatever. I can't.
And we're back, Internet. You are listening to the Chocolate Milk and Waffle Show on Radio F Radio.
.com.
And we are here with our special guest this evening for our second roundtable discussion.
Yes.
Miss Iris Perkins, a.k.a. ICU, a.k.a. Patty Crocker, a.k.a. Slap Your Favorite Person.
A.k.a. Cinnamon Stick.
Cinnamon Stick, baby.
Cinnamon Stick.
And across from me, we have Adam Lee, voice actor, comedian, visual artist, comic book enthusiast,
Damn right.
and the man behind our Chocolate Milk and Waffles logo.
What's
we
up?
are. We have been having some very, very interesting conversation. The conversation started out heavy right out of the gate.
Yeah.
So-
Because somebody picked 3.5.
Right, and went directly to the heavy questions. But then Adam picked that question 1, and that was a heavy question too, like the cultural appropriation. Like Taco
Yeah.
Bell, perfect example of cultural appropriation.
Oh gosh.
There's nothing Mexican about Taco
Dude,
Bell.
I'll never forget. I was at a Taco Bell in Arlington, Virginia, and I pulled up to the drive-thru, and it was a Mexican guy working the window. I was like, "Really? you sell out?"
Do you want the verde?
He
The
just looked at
verde
me
sauce?
like, "I need a job."
That shit
man."
pisses me off too. The fact that they call it verde sauce. I guarantee there's nothing called verde sauce in Mexico, because that literally means green sauce.
Absolutely.
You're describing the color, not the flavor. That's not how it
Exact-
works.
it
But
is-
that's what we do with Kool-Aid. What color? What flavor you want? Red.
Red.
So we're back, and we got two more questions on your
Yeah,
list?
we got 2 more questions. But first of all, go to nametest.com.
Yes.
That's
I'm doing
that's
that
what we were doing
currently.
during the break.
We were all on nametests.com taking the which 2 fantasy characters are you a combination of quiz. I am very proud to say I am Luke Skywalker and Kung Fu Panda.
I just
Fucking suck it.
And Iris has.
I am Buffy the Vampire Slayer mixed with Wonder Woman.
That also accurate.
Motherfucker, I'm pissed. I'm pissed.
Which 2 did
I'm
you get?
pissed. How the hell am I Harry Potter and Aragorn?
What?
And how you can't be
Oh,
both?
does your score bother you?
No, I fucking hate Harry Potter.
Why do you hate Harry Potter?
Oh, I do. I just hate it.
But
Why
he's
do you
magic.
hate it?
I hate it because, you know, if you replace the word wand out of the books with the word penis, it becomes an entirely different story.
I understand that, but do you know you can just say expecto patronus and it goes all away?
Okay,
Right.
hold up.
Ridiculous!
There you go.
Mine just came up.
Oh, that sounded really.
Okay, what is your,
That's what she said.
what are your 2 characters?
Jon Snow and Darth Vader.
No kidding.
Oh.
Jon Snow.
Winter is coming.
Oh, I don't watch Game of Thrones. That's why I was like, I knew the name because it's pop culture, but I was trying to place it.
Wow.
How?
I don't know, bro. I don't know. Maybe he likes waffles. I don't know.
That's the second time I've gotten Darth Vader for something today. I got Darth Vader and Batman on something else today.
That's great. That's a fucking combination.
Indeed.
Could you imagine though? Coming with me, Joker. That's horrible. Like, that would not be cool.
Anyway,
Back to the round table.
round table. 2 questions
Round
left.
table that happens to be square.
Square. Or is
Square
it? Or is
table.
it technically rectangular?
Well, they call the wrestling ring the squared circle.
Yes, they do. They
That's
do
all right.
because they get in and they go into a circle before they lock up.
Yeah.
Brother.
And warriors used to fight in a circle.
Yes.
Ring. Okay.
All right.
So we've got questions 2 and 4 left. Am I right?
Yes.
Am I
Questions
keeping
2
them
and
correct?
4. Yes. Questions 2 and 4.
Let Justin pick the number. Since he's a neutral party here.
Let's go 2.
Let's go to 2.
Let's go to 2. Recently, during an interview, I guess it was, I don't know how recent it was because I was watching it randomly. Famed rapper by the name of Lil Yachty says he does not take hip hop serious, which would explains why he rapped the way he does.
Don't call it rap.
Okay,
Puts
the
his
way
words
he
together.
mumbles the way he does. Now, George and I have our feelings about this sudden
I'm checking out. I'm
influx-
playing with this Ghostbuster Dan Aykroyd figure because I'm so angry right now. That they
sudden
even made it.
influx of artists that are coming out right now. So my question that I want to ask is, with that being said, do you feel that the rest of these artists have this same perception, and can we actually respect that?
I mean, I'm not one for putting words in anybody's mouth. So until all the other rappers come out and say the same thing, then I'm not going to say that that's how they all feel. However, I do very much believe that actions speak much louder than words, and nothing about their behavior makes me feel like any of them respect hip-hop as a culture or rap as an art form. And that's all I have to say about that. Fuck them all 2016.
Iris?
Define the term rapper.
Ooh. Define the term rapper.
One who uses rap
Like
as
Reynolds?
an art form.
Oh.
No, the
Yeah,
music
it's an art form.
Okay.
Not an MC, but a rapper.
Right.
Some people respect it as an MC and a rapper are two different things.
Yeah, I think it's that whole thing where like an MC is a rapper, but not all rappers are MCs.
Very true.
Feel me?
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
You can rap without controlling a room.
Yeah.
You know,
Correct.
but if you're an MC, you command.
yeah, but this particular genre of music, which as of yet I can't in my heart define, is neither of those. You know what I mean? It's
But
not
they lit
rap.
though.
Oh,
But
God.
they lit.
Oh God.
They lit what?
They lit. I don't know what they lit.
I'd like to light a couple of them on fucking fire.
And-
Roast a marshmallow too on little Yachty's black ass.
It trips me out because every time some people like us speak against what they do as being called rap, the first thing they say, y'all don't want to give young people
No,
their
we just know what
space."
rap is. And I'm okay with y'all doing what y'all are doing. But I'm not okay with you calling it rap. I'm not okay with you disrespecting where it came from. Hip hop was basically born of jazz and blues and punk. However, it doesn't call itself jazz or blues or punk because it is its own thing.
That's right.
Crunk is a perfect example of a music that was born of hip hop but is not hip hop, and they call themselves crunk because they want that. These guys are not rapping. They are not doing hip hop music, and they're calling themselves hip hop artists, and they are not. That's like me going up on stage with a with a set of turntables and a microphone, and when I'm done, I say that it was classical. It wasn't. You're full of shit. It's not what it is, because by definition, one does not rap by making incoherent sounds. One raps by looping and stringing words together that rhyme and in turn produce a message. And not always necessarily a deep, profound message. It could very well be fun and kind of nonsensical, like some early Busta Rhymes stuff, some Missy Elliott stuff, because that's needed too. But they are using words, and there was a cleverness to the way they chose the syllables and the rhyme patterns. Like Missy,
Yeah.
but that was to create the energy.
She stole that from R. Kelly.
And it came down to.
I thought she did it first.
She did
She
do
did?
it first.
She did do it
Much-
first?
Yeah, I think she did it
way-
first.
Okay.
But my point is, they're not rapping. Whatever they're doing is not rap. And they might even be able to say that, we're taking a little bit of influence from Missy when she was doing that kind of nonsensical stuff. And ODB he would play entire verses backwards. And for 3 months, we're all trying to figure out what he says when he's actually not saying anything. It's just the verse backwards. But we didn't know that at first. And then you had Bone Thugs and Harmony, which while they were using words, they were harmonizing in such a way where you really had to strain your ear as a listener to get what they were saying. But they were lyrics. They were actual lyrics. That's not what these young cats are doing. It's not lyricism.
Every day.
And
It's
the
like
dude
when
went
you're-
on the radio and said, if I want to make a song where all I say is yeah,
Oh God!
and the beat is lit, then I can do that. Y'all young
Soulja Boy do that already though?
Nah.
I doubt that.
I don't think so.
But I mean, either way, like, it's not hip hop. Call it something else.
Club tracks.
And it's
Club
not even
tracks.
that. I don't even know what it's not.
Did you see
It's not lyricism.
Did you see the latest Crank Lucas video where he
I
does
don't even know
rappers?
who Crank Lucas is.
The guy that did.
Oh, you sent me the videos up. Oh yeah.
He did rappers in 2017, and he does like 2 bars, and then he goes into and he's like the rest of the beat. He's like, he's like, yo, remember that part where I was? He's like, double up on it, and he was like, how can I double up on your movements? And I really think it's headed that way. When I listen to like Lil Uzi Vert, I was listening to him.
Is that the skirt?
Yeah, he does that. He does that sound, and he's the one that goes like, he's like, I was with your girl, yeah, talking with your girl, yeah, you get with it,
But
girl,
you know, that's a new rap style. Because if you've heard Anime's Caroline and oh shoot, I can't think of the other thing.
I guess
right
that's
now,
what
but
bothers me. Like, I don't consider that rap.
No.
It's not.
By definition.
And
you can't call it it's its own. Call it a new form of music. Call it this new. Like when hip hop first came out, they didn't know what the hell to call it.
No.
The news broadcasts were like this new form of music. That
Jungle
the
music.
Young kids are calling rap.
Some call it
Rhythm and poetry.
jungle music.
And I mean, call it something else. Call it whatever you want to call it, but don't say that you're rapping.
Adam, you have something
And
to
show
say?
some love.
I know I cut you off. You were saying something.
Oh no, it's all good. I was just saying something about how certain musicians will just make something in order to fit it into the club.
Mm-hmm.
Like if it's got a beat and it goes along with the rhythm, and you can get away with it playing, at a club, because when you're at the club, nobody really gives a fuck what you're saying. They just care whether or not they can grind on it and have a good time. They're not paying attention to the lyrics when you're at the club. I mean, when you're in the car, it's a completely different story.
Hey, could you pull up that Crank Lucas video for me, Justin? Look it up. But what I found funny was I was looking, I can't remember if it was 21 Savage in one of their videos, and somebody made the comment. They said he has no skills, but at least he's on beat. And somebody said that's
a shame when that becomes the criteria.
And somebody and then somebody said that is skill. That's it right there. Rappers in 2017. And take it to the beginning. Take it to the.
Yo, engineer, turn my headphones up. I want these niggas to hear every move I make.
Every move I make.
Every move. Fuck these niggas.
Is that a move?
Yeah, he's just dancing.
I want them to hear every move. Is that like the new? Is that like the new
Hold
kung
up.
fu movie?
It gets
thing?
worse.
Wait, is that like the new kung fu thing? Because when you used to watch the old Saturday morning kung fu's, every time.
Look, you gotta hear what Craig Lucas is saying to him. He's like,
Nigga, you sound like O'Malley. All right, I'm gonna do doubles now. Oh my God, nigga, how you gonna double up the sound of your movement?
Y'all can't see the video, but he's just doing this with his jacket.
Can you add an echo to it?
Can
How
you
the
add
fuck
an
are they
echo?
supposed to see your dance moves? So you gonna listen to a song full of motion?
A song full of motion. Not a song full of emotion. A song full of motion.
and I'm telling you, 2007, it wouldn't surprise me if somebody is going to watch that video, like, yo, that's lit. I'm gonna do that.
What is lit?
Wow.
Because
It's the same as bumping fresh.
no, lit can't be. No. Lit cannot be the same. No.
It's such an Andy Warhol outlook there, That's wow.
It's sad for hip hop. It's sad for culture, for the culture.
Ira's face is just
It's a
like
dumbing down.
Jesus.
And don't get me wrong, there are still artists who are
Yeah.
doing music with substance to it. And on some level, maybe this is necessary. It's fun. It's
Yeah.
light. You know what I mean? And it's great for the club where people go to kind of unwind and get away from the pressures of the day, the job, the kids, the bullshit that we have to deal with on a day to day. So it's necessary.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying either A, one of two things. Either A, call it something else, or at least respect what came before you that is giving you the opportunity to even be able to do this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because in order for you to have the freedom and the ability and the privilege to be able to cut a record and not use words. Do you understand what I'm saying to you?
I mean,
you're not even an instrumental artist. It's not like you're fucking Yanni where you're composing all this magical shit. You're just showing up and going, fuck you.
I think they thought that James Brown didn't say anything, and they were trying to go back to where he started from, not realizing that James Brown actually said words.
He was also a conductor.
Why did you pull up Yanni pictures? Like we don't just he's just googling everything about our conversation.
Even dude like Lil Uzi Vert was like on Hot 97. He was like, "I'm a rock star, bro." No, he's like, "Bruh, I'm a rock star." And I'm like,
yeah, I will put my wackest freestyle versus their dopest written verse. The verse they wrote for Cannabis. I would body them with my wackest freestyle.
I mean, I think I'd second George in that, and I think I could probably come behind George with a a quick written thing and go ahead and lay him out.
It's frustrating because you have artists like Seven, like Andre Taylor, like Chosen CTW, who are still on a local level and aren't signed and should be able to put their music out on the level that these people like fucking Tiger and this Panda
who
son
got
of a
released
bitch.
and Designer and all,
Oh, Designer, that mother, all these sons of bitches naming songs after animals.
Yo, what's funny? He's just saying stuff. It's like he did one of their verses. That's
right.
I know.
He's like, what? Skirt.
You're not
It's
a
lit.
rapper. You're not a rapper. You're not a rapper. You're not a rapper.
Yeah.
You're not a rapper.
You're not a rapper.
I could do that shit all night. Now I see why they do it. They get caught in a fucking loop and they can't stop. That's what the fuck just happened to me. You saw it live and in person. I almost feel bad for everything I've ever said about
and
them.
if somebody's watching, like, yo, we gonna sign him.
I know they just bought my song.
Yeah, can I download that? Can I download that?
Look, I just got the email from Capitol Records.
What's your SoundCloud?
$500,000 for my You Ain't a Rapper song. Fuck you, chocolate milk and waffles. I'm out this bitch. I'm out. I'm rich.
Rich bitch.
What's your SoundCloud?
My SoundCloud is imminent.com.
and I'm guilty because as much as I make fun of these, I've been playing that song "Wait a Minute" to death. There's a song called "Wait a Minute" by Fresher.
By who?
Fresher.
See, he knows the rappers. I almost wonder if you incognito, like, on the low, really like this shit.
I'm telling you.
Let me find out you got a Designer
I only know two
CD.
Wait a Minute songs. One is by Ray J and the other is by Lil Kim. Like, what?
Did you say on a CD? They don't even make those anymore.
They don't.
Because I find the humor in them. It's like, I'm like, yo, somebody took the time to record this, and I find it so funny.
I have genuinely, I gave it a shot. I don't want to be that dude that talks a bunch of shit about something and I can't say that I've listened or tried to I have.
I listened to it and laughed.
Chance.
Like,
you know what I mean?
It's like this. When I can seriously, I can imagine when George gets his phone and sees a link from me, I know he's like, oh, what the heck is this? He's like, I'm not going to click it.
I don't. I'm like, you know what? I don't know if I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna wait till I get home from work.
Because it's some of the
so
most
I can be in the right space to watch
ridiculous
this bullshit,
stuff. To be, I'm just, and I'll laugh just that hard. Like, why does this exist?
Yeah, and I'm like, why are you sharing it with me? It's like when you take a bite out of something that tastes bad and you automatically want to share it with your neighbor. Ooh, this is nasty. You got to try it. Why the? No. Like, this is the wackest shit I ever heard, George. Why don't you listen to?
This is an earwax flavored jelly bean. Taste one.
You're going to want to
those.
You're going to want to shove an ice pick in your
Harry
ear.
Potter eats them.
Yes, I've heard that. Yes. But I'll be damned if I'm going to try it.
Yeah, I want to try the slug squigglies.
The what?
This conversation about mumble rappers comes up entirely too much on CMW. I'm not sure how I feel about it.
Okay.
Can we go to question 4?
All right. Okay, write this. We're going to say this. We shall now do our best to no longer discuss mumble rappers.
I mean, it's not good for my heart.
Well, mumble artists on the Chocolate Milk and Waffle Show.
Well, I got a question for
Someone
you
in
before
the
we,
minute. Okay,
wait,
go
wait.
Before we
Go
put
ahead,
it
go
to
ahead.
bed,
Before you close it, Dick Tracy had a character named Mumblemouth. Do you think he would be able to come back right now and make
Yes.
an album?
Yes.
Probably. So would Mushmouth from
Yeah.
Fat Albert. They should do an album together.
do an
And
album
it would
together.
be good. Fictional characters could do better albums than real life people.
Okay, baby.
Should I be back? That's a baby.
Ja.
Oh,
Can I
Bubba
feel them
baby.
about them a little bit?
Oh, Bubba baby. Oh, Bubba baby.
Oh, but
Hey. I don't know
All
what
right.
happened. I picked up a radiator, started squeezing it like it was an accordion.
I got my rubber band.
Excuse me.
Okay. I guess the next question is almost tied into this also. Do you guys think we just, and is what we were talking about off air before the show started, and I want to make sure I got it worded how I typed it. And as I said, typed it.
That's the double past tense.
Why do we expect so much from our celebrities?
Well, that's a really good question. I don't know.
Like, why?
I think our celebrities have become equivalent to the gods of Olympus to the Greeks. They are what the media has programmed us to aspire to. They have become this, like, the picture perfect image of, you know what I mean? There's a danger in that because we forget that these people are human beings. Like, you know, perfectly, like Mel Gibson was a really good example. Everybody was kissing Mel Gibson's ass during the whole Lethal Weapon era and all that shit. As soon as that motherfucker made Passion of the Christ and started talking shit about Jews, it was like, oh shit, hold on, who's this guy? We thought you was perfect. No,
That's not the Mel Gibson that I know.
you fucked up and gave me a mic. Rah, 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 fuck Jews. Rah. That character he played in Lethal Weapon wasn't too far cry from the real Mel Gibson because that motherfucker.
Come on, Murtaugh.
He's
Sure wasn't.
and we do that and we're fickle. Fans were fickle because we will love you. And then as soon as you fuck up and you have your fall from grace, it is over.
Unless you're
You
Mayor
become a
Marion
laughing
Barry.
stock.
Unless you're Mayor Marion Barry.
Well, okay, let me speak on this. Being from D.C., a lot of people think that he really got praised or whatever. He really didn't.
No, he didn't get praised.
But they never really, because I think it's almost like the Bill Cosby syndrome. When you look at everything, Marion Barry did so much for D.C. during the Civil Rights era that so many people do not know about. He really looked out for the people of that city. So when he got caught smoking crack several times.
Several
times.
Man, look, the man just liked his crack.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
He liked his crack.
Some
But
people drink coffee.
He liked his crack in his
Some people
hose.
drink coffee. This motherfucker like the crack.
He liked his
I mean,
crack
this
in his
shit.
hose. The thing about it, almost everybody in D.C. smoking Love Boat, dealing with hoes. So, hey, he's the common everyday man for us. So he was just regular Marion Barry. And that's how he was able to get reelected.
Right.
A couple of times after being caught smoking crack. It's like, hey.
And selling a dump truck.
That's right. Because so many people saw him. First, it was like, okay, we knew what he did for the city. But then it got to the point like, oh, he one of us. And I hate to say, that's in a nutshell, that's what it was.
Do you think that's the appeal that Trump has for his supporters? Is that they feel like he's one of them because he's not a politician?
Unfortunately, yes.
No.
I think some, but they're not looking at he's a rich guy. They looking at he says some stupid stuff that they're thinking.
No, I think he says stuff that appeals to the angry lower class set of folks who don't really.
That's what I mean. He's one of us.
Exactly. Yeah. When
he's
not
like us.
Not saying that he's technically one of us, but the things that come out of his mouth, he thinks like us, so he's one of us.
Right.
Does he think? I don't know.
No, one of us. One of us.
That's like emotive. Donald Trump. No.
It's huge.
That random, it's huge.
It's Bigly.
Bigly. I made up that word. I've coined it. It's mine.
It's bigly.
Nobody can take it. Bigly.
Bigly.
That's the size of my hands. They are bigly.
Yes.
So,
the size of the
Iris and
promises.
Adam, your input on the celebrities.
I
I'm sorry. I actually cut Iris off. I'm sorry.
I really think, you know, we're actually truly obsessed with the unobtainable. You know, I mean, we see celebrities doing things and getting away with shit that we could never in a million years get away with, and we're entertained by it. So it's like
America lives vicariously through their celebrities.
Absolutely.
And that's why we can. That's why we forgive so quickly too, because I mean, let's not forget. You know, we're out there still buying R. Kelly records. We forgot what Chris Brown did to Rihanna. We're okay with that.
No,
you know,
I don't know. I don't
And
agree with that.
what's going to happen next? I'm going to fart an elephant.
Some are. Some are acting like it never even fucking happened.
Well, my thing about that is I understand that he put hands on her. I got that. However, if you are woman enough to put your hands on a man, I don't care in what realm, and some people might be mad at me after this. If you are woman enough to put your hands on a man, you are woman enough to take a hit. I'm sorry. You shouldn't be putting your hands on anybody. It wasn't self-defense. It wasn't, I'm trying to stop him from doing something. No, you hauled off and hit somebody for no apparent reason because you were mad. That's a whole different set of can of worms.
And this particular motherfucker just happened to know karate or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry.
But the point is that, like you said, celebrities get away with shit that we would never get away with.
Money
like he did not serve
spotlight.
a single day in jail for that Rihanna incident. You know what I mean?
shouldn't have.
We'd have been under the jail.
You're right.
Yeah.
And we make spectacle of it, like this whole Brad and Angelina divorce thing. I haven't paid it much attention, but this is what bothers me about it. At the end of the day, there are 6 children that she just filed for divorce.
Oh,
like last week. At the end of the day, there are 6 children involved whose parents are separating right now, and nobody talks about that. Everybody, they're posting memes with Jennifer Aniston as though she's somehow getting some kind of joy out of this, like it's revenge. People are saying, "Oh, Angelina, that's what you get." These are people with feelings and emotions, and these two particular people have been together a really long time. Let's completely take the celebrity out of it. If neither one of them were famous, would we be doing that? Would we be plastering their divorce all over social media? No, you wouldn't do that.
We would be worried about their kids.
Yeah. We'd be worried about the kids. We'd maybe even reach out to one of them like, "Hey, man, you want to go for a drink?" Or, "Hey, do you need to talk? How are you feeling? How are the kids feeling? Should they come over and have a sleepover with my kids, distract them?"
Are you certain you want to do this?
But no, instead we make memes and we laugh and we joke about people's tragedies because they're celebrities. It's like they're fair game, and I don't think that's okay.
But playing devil's advocate to that, doesn't it also show that just because we think they're perfect, they're getting a divorce too? And even though our divorce rate in America is so like astronomically high, it shows that they have problems just as well. And it's like, well, damn, if they can adopt 6 kids together and have a couple kids of their own, you know, how am I going to get married if they
and maybe that's part of the
bunch
appeal
of
to America as a whole. We love to see people get knocked off their pedestals. You know, we'll put them up there, but then we revel when they fail.
It's the train. It's the train wreck. It's the, you know, the whole train.
It happened with
theory.
Bill Cosby. It happened with Michael Jackson. It happened with Mike Tyson.
The chick with 8 who popped out 8 all at the same time.
Oh, Octomom.
Yeah, we don't hear about her anymore.
Right.
John and Kate plus 8. Kate is trying to make a comeback.
Yeah.
And she's not doing so well. But it's like.
But see, those are people are different because they weren't celebrities for acting or anything. They got involved with the whole reality series of things and stuff like that. Well, the Octomom, she just because she pushed out 8 babies. That would put
they
her.
Were cut out.
Yeah,
she didn't push.
Yeah, that's what put her into the limelight, and they were put into the limelight not for their celebrity. They became celebrity by just doing not regular things.
But I mean, there's so many other celebrities out there that we don't really talk about. Virginia Woolf, Chico Flannery. I can't think of her first name right now. Who were authors and had really horrible. We don't even talk about Edgar Allan Poe like that, and he had issues
That's because he
and
didn't
problems.
exist.
Oh, he did.
But he was talked about during his time. I mean, he was. It was like Edgar Allan Poe. He wasn't one of those poets that he became famous after he died. He was famous while he was alive, and yes, he was very much the talk of.
But we didn't go boom, just make him fall to the wayside talk.
Well, I think it did. I think it very much had a lot to
I
do
believe
with
that's a caller.
It is a caller.
Like, get off the air.
We always like stop in the middle of everything that's happening when the
Yeah.
phone goes off. Like it's the bat phone and we're getting ready to go fight crime.
It's the commissioner calling.
Is that a live call?
Yeah.
All right. Patch him through. Ah, of course it's 7.
Wow, that echo. What was?
Turn off your radio. If you're listening, you got to turn that off.
Can you hear me better now?
Yes.
Okay. What's up? Hey, baby, what's going on?
Wow.
Y'all nasty. Don't do that shit on my show. Y'all do that shit on your own time. You nasty.
That is crazy. You can't stop this love.
What's up, 7?
To the man, I was listening in, and I got something to say about the celebrity thing.
Okay.
Whatever celebrities go through is like it should be public spectacle because that's where they get the big bucks. Like just like there to entertain us.
Not with their personal lives though.
But their personal lives aren't personal anymore. That's what you signed up for when you became a celebrity, right?
No,
I can understand.
I disagree with. I get that on some level because it comes with the territory, but it's not what I signed on for. If I signed on to be a recording artist, that's what I signed on for, not for my personal life to be splattered across the pages of every newspaper on the planet. That wasn't in my contract.
For lack of a better analogy, when you decide to sell drugs, you might be making good money and you don't have to check in with people and things like that, and you don't have to punch a clock, but jail comes along with it sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to take the good with the bad. When whatever your job description is, you might not have necessarily signed up for nasty ass customers, but when they say nasty ass shit, you kind of got to take it because you want that paycheck.
Very true.
Right, and that's what I mean when I say I know it comes with the territory, but I wouldn't go so far as to say that that's what you signed up for necessarily.
I don't like you, but you still want this bag, right?
Yeah, because like when Brad Pitt decided he was going to do Legends of the Fall, I highly doubt that the first thing that went through his mind is, I really want to do this movie, but damn, what if I'd get a divorce in 20 years? That's you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
actors become actors because they want to entertain, but not necessarily with their personal lives. Like.
But I think going along with what 7 says, that I like that. That's what he's.
7 says.
Yes,
Hashtag 7 says.
Hashtag 7 says.
Hashtag 7 says.
Yeah.
When celebrities go into the spotlight, there aren't a lot of celebrities who keep their private lives real private. There are some who are good at separating that. Some flaunt it because that Kim Ye status is like everything, but not for me. I'm just saying they just want to be out there because in order to keep their name out there and to keep them garnering stuff and getting stuff, they have to be in the public spotlight. So you don't forget about me. I got to do some WAP.
And again, I think that's something that we as the audience have created.
Correct. We give them that attention, and once you become an attention seeker like that, and you just have to have that attention, you start doing more outlandish things.
Like wearing dresses made out of meat, Lady Gaga.
Right.
I found this bird nest. I'm gonna wear it on my face.
I think there's some of them ask for it, and we don't really know how these things come about and how the information comes out. But you got to think, like, I'm sure that Denzel Washington has been in, it seems like, billions of films, and I'm sure that he's got just as much money as Brad or Angelina, maybe even combined. But you don't hear anything about him and his old lady, though.
Nah.
He's been married for years and years.
With kids.
Yeah.
because he just doesn't put himself in that position. I guess it's like you said, we don't know who puts this stuff out. It may be them to get to add to their attention.
I think
that's definitely
Denzel
the
would
case in a
do
lot of-
Man on Fire on somebody if his stuff got put out. He become that dude from Man on
Right.
Fire quick.
Yeah.
I'd be scared of Denzel in real life.
Yup. See.
Especially Training Day Denzel.
Yeah, what?
Like
Yeah,
Training Day
absolutely.
Denzel was terrifying.
I didn't know you got wet.
No, see, Training Day Denzel doesn't scare me.
Really?
Because
Nah.
I can do that gangster stuff too.
Yeah,
that don't bother me. But it's like the all the real calm but very killer, like Frank Lucas.
John Q. Denzel.
Yeah.
When he
John
was going
Q.
in for his
Denzel.
kid. Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
scary dude.
The
'cause
Equalizer.
I'm not gonna bury my son. My son is gonna bury me.
Yeah, that ready to pop at any moment. Equalizer, Man on Fire, John Q. Denzel. That's the one that scares me.
That's the one.
So ultimately, you feel it
Kind of just
some of the celebrities.
with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of like not necessarily set out to like, oh man, I can't wait to become famous so everybody can be in my business, but
right,
like you want it, you can't expect them to be crawling all over your accolades and not, you know what I'm saying, they're taking pictures when you fall too.
Yeah, true.
Would this all fall under the same category as the right to parody? Because like when you gain any amount of celebrity, you basically do open yourself up for any type of parody. I mean, look at Mad
Right.
TV, I mean,
Yeah.
that Kenny Rogers stuff would not be nearly as funny
Oh my gosh.
if, like, Kenny Rogers wasn't an alcoholic in
Kenny
his
Rogers.
regular life.
Right. I feel like if and they can't even sue for that. Like,
Yeah, they
no,
can't.
no, they can't.
You know how long they've been? You know how long they've been dragging? They were dragging Michael Jackson recipes. Like
Yeah.
they were dragging Michael like he could never escape it. He was the ultimate
They
butt
still
of
drag
every
him. and
joke,
The man's been dead for years now.
and they're still not gonna let him rest.
Yeah.
Like, they're gonna drag him. But that's kind of what you sign up for. It's really nothing you can do about it. Like if
Right.
you gotta.
You're either a very uninteresting celebrity or they're going to be all up in your business.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
then, like
and
you
if
said,
you're an uninteresting celebrity for very long, you won't be.
a celebrity.
You won't get much work anymore. Like you
Right.
won't be popping. So it's just like
Like Rick Moranis. Rick Moranis is a perfect example. He
No,
he
I don't even know who that is.
That's
Yes,
the
you
dude from
do.
Honey, I Blew Up the Kids, and he was the last. He was the Zorg dude who saved the gatekeeper from Ghostbusters.
And he was Darth Helmet in Spaceballs.
Spaceballs.
I just watched that 2 weeks ago.
He was in Little
And Honey,
Giants.
the Honey, I Blew Up the
Smoke 'em
Kids. He
if you
was.
got
The
'em.
coach in
Ed-
Little
He was
Giants.
the coach in Little Giants.
I liked him. He was a little nerd. What happened to him?
He
Nothing.
backed away to live his life and raise his family.
Left it alone.
The paparazzi said all he's doing is buying milk. We don't like this guy anymore.
Yeah.
So, sometimes you gotta Chappelle this shit. I'm gone.
Right. right.
That's gonna be a
Right.
new thing to say now.
And like
Chappelle this
bad
shit.
news, bad news sells. Like I can remember a fight that took place in the math hall in high school, but I don't remember who the fucking valedictorian was.
Wow.
Exactly.
You know what
You're
I'm saying?
right though.
And that's all. Nobody's gonna be like, oh, Jackie Chan had a really good day today. Nobody gives a fuck.
Yeah,
But Brad and Angelina getting a divorce, that shit's all over the place.
You know why? Misery loves company. Very simply.
Exactly, and that's all it boils down to, and that's an expression for a reason.
Yeah, the people that like really are into everything that the celebrities are doing are the most miserable people in the world. So they just waiting for
Wow.
these people that they put on pedestals to just fall the hell off, so they could be like, "Oh, thank God!" They were too happy. I hated
Yeah,
that shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
And on some level, it's like, there's a certain, that's what we aspire to, but it's nice
Yeah.
to see that get knocked down to our level. It's almost like we subconsciously revel in it, like, oh, haha, they're getting a divorce. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was about to do the same thing.
But people get petty, and celebrity is a petty thing, and it's a fickle business. You do resemble that remark.
The closest I get to enjoying a celebrity's misery is a good diss record.
Yeah.
That's all I'm
Like,
looking
I would
for.
really, really like it if like designer had to like walk over Legos. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But
or
he
if
might
he
make
got
a
like
song
a
about
He will
that.
record it.
He will record
yeah,
it.
or if like he got a splinter underneath his fingernail.
He
you
will
know what I mean?
record it and make a song out
Like,
of
I'd
it.
really like
No.
that. I'd really enjoy that.
I got a hood.
Got a splinter in my finger. Got a splinter
Get a
in my
hood.
finger, and
Or,
it
you know, just
and it
buy it.
hurts so bad, and
I'm
it
bleeding.
hurts.
I'm bleeding.
If he-
I'm
if he
bleeding.
just
I'm
get to
bleeding.
like,
I'm bleeding.
I need peroxide for my boo boo.
I want him to bite into a good sandwich and get mustard all over his designer shirt. Things like that.
We're gonna have a whole 2-hour show of things we want to do to torture designers.
Make him learn
On the
correct
next chocolate
English.
milk and waffles.
Make him learn correct
I
English.
got a condiment. I got a condiment. I got a condiment.
Nobody thinks that dude is like. Has anybody seen any videos when he's not rapping?
Yes.
Dude, he seems like he might actually be touched, or he's really strung out. Like,
We ain't gotta sell pills no more. I was like, what?
Just
There's
gotta
a
take
video
'em.
where he be like, yeah, just got out of jail, just got out of jail. They're like, he be like, whoa, what the fuck happened, dude? You alright?
Yeah,
He
he's
just snaps.
Yeah.
He snaps.
But
He's
you
crazy.
gotta remember, 50 Tyson is autistic, so
I mean, what's
But I'd listen to a 50 Tyson record before I listen to a designer record because I'm lying. I am lying.
I was like, you lying.
I've got a whole that Timmy Turner song. I have that saved to my Spotify.
But it ain't a song.
Timmy.
well, now it
You
is a
crazy?
song. Now
Like,
it is a
I'm
song.
gonna tell you what they did. Where they got me. They posted that the Timmy Turner song, like they broke it down and made it seem that it was about all of the mass shootings and
But
things
it's
like
not.
that.
It's not.
I didn't know if that was true or not.
Timmy
but that shit
Turner.
worked for
Timmy
me.
Turner is a cartoon character
Yeah,
on
with the
Fairly
Fairly
Odd
Odd
Parents.
Right. I know who Timmy Turner is, but get this, okay? So it sounds like you didn't read the thing.
I did.
Yeah, we read it.
He
It
represents
said that
all
he
these.
wished, like it represented all of these privileged little white boys that could get whatever they wish for,
And then go shoot up a school, right?
Yeah, they wishing
what
for a
happened in
burner, so he go
Columbine,
shoot up a school.
See, here's the thing. I think that was like an afterthought. They were like, well, damn, we got these fucking 4 bars. We need to come up with something about what it means. Man, I was just watching cartoons, man. Man, but we can't say that. But we can't say that.
Wait, Joe, what did he say?
Watching cartoons, man.
He said, I just watching cartoons.
And
I
I
was
wished.
watching cartoons.
He said, I wished. And, my Fairly Godparents just appeared.
You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
yeah,
And I needed a burner because I was hungry. I was just trying to make some grilled cheese.
But yeah, he's turned into an actual song now, man.
Yo, oh my gosh, that is fucking hilarious. But
I just want to make a grilled cheese.
I digress. I take all of that shit back there. Fuck that whack ass song, but that is funny. That makes so much more sense because I've seen. You know what I'm saying? I've seen videos of him when he's not performing, just him being him, and he did not come up with that. He didn't come up with all of that.
There ain't nothing deep about this
He's
dude.
not that deep.
Bro, he's a
not
baby
that
pool.
deep.
He's a baby pool. He ain't
Yeah.
deep. He ain't deep.
Yeah, he was definitely just watching cartoons and was like,
Eating a
I like
sandwich.
The
I
floods
like
in
Timmy
Norfolk
Turner.
were deeper than him.
Wow.
Now it's got to
I've seen saucers deeper than this man.
Okay.
That's kind of what I was saying earlier about the Andy Warhol lookout on it. You know what I mean? Like he basically took an image, screen printed it over and over again, and everybody else considered it artwork. So he just became this extraordinary individual, which I mean he was crazy and out of his freaking mind, but he made artwork out of an art form.
Right.
And it became designer.
Yeah, and when he started losing his hype and his buzz, he started walking a fucking aardvark around Manhattan.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's about drawing that attention again.
Exactly.
Because at some point you get addicted to it.
Now there was something you guys brought up that kind of touched on it when you said Michael Jackson. The whole thing is going on now with his daughter, where she's pretty much being bullied on social media, and she's like, because people are coming at her so hard, she's actually thought about committing suicide.
See, and that's not okay because she did not
Not
ask
at
for
all.
her celebrity.
Yeah, so-
she did
yeah.
not
Right,
ask
she
for
didn't.
that. She just so
Yeah.
happened to have gotten adopted by the most
She
popular
inherited it.
musician in all of history. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
she
That's not
inherited
her
it.
fault. I don't.
That's not her fault.
I don't see her out there like seeking it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see her doing interviews. She's not trying to get into the industry. She's just trying to live her damn life.
Yeah.
And we fuck with her, and that's not okay.
Wait, which one? Blanket
that's
or the
not-
other one?
Blanket's the son.
Oh,
Blanket's a boy.
Yeah,
Okay.
that I have to agree. That's not right. But that's shit. That's kind of like it's a difficult subject, but there's still kind of that's Mike decided that for her. Like back to my analogy about if I were a drug dealer. If I were a drug dealer, I would.
If you were a drug dealer,
That's
what
a big
happened?
ass. That's a big if. If I
You
was
don't
a
want to
drug
be a
dealer,
drug dealer like me. Sitting
it wouldn't. it would not be my kid's fault if I were to get locked up for the next 20, 25 years, and when the projects come around in school, where they or bring your dad to school day or something, and they can't bring me, it wouldn't be their fault. But if they became the butt of jokes because of it, then that's my fault. Those are my decisions, and they have to suffer for them. But you know what I'm saying, like Michael Jackson's stardom, they also reap the benefits of it. It's kind of like you got to make the certain decisions for your kids, and they just would have to suck it up. It's not right, though. I'm not saying that it's okay, but it like a lot comes with the territory once you enter stardom, though. A lot. I don't know.
There's a very it's a thin line. It's a thin line to tread, because on the one, you're right. On the one hand, anybody who says to themselves, I wanna be famous, you got to know that that's gonna come with the good and the bad.
Right? Like who didn't smoke a blunt at Malia's age, but because she's an Obama, that shit is all over. That's just a big deal.
Yeah, and I think it's unfair when we hold celebrities' kids to certain standards. But
yeah, that's where it's fucked up when you get people's kids involved. Like it really becomes messed up then.
Yeah,
because it's like
the option and the choice is being taken out. Right, the choice is being taken away from them. So. All right.
Good luck to all Brad and Angelina's kids, though. I wish them the best.
Yeah.
And y'all have an awesome show.
Thanks, man. Thank you for calling in.
Appreciate you.
Shout out to the Wolf
I'm trying to get my own too. Put a word in for me, man. I'm trying
I got
to get
you
my own
seven.
show
I
down
got
there.
you seven. I got you seven.
Hashtag 7 Sir.
7
Yeah,
says.
that's what I'm gonna name it too. 7 says.
I can imagine that show already.
Yeah,
Oh my
it's-
God.
Oh, it's gonna be turned up.
That would it would be lit.
Lit.
It's gonna, yeah, definitely gonna be lit.
7 Sir. Put your hand on your head. 7 Sir.
All right, y'all.
All right, peace, fam.
All right, peace. So we are down to our last 6 minutes of our 2-hour show,
6
and they have flown
6
by.
minutes.
6 minutes,
6
Dougie. Fresh here on.
6 minutes.
Now
do
for
we
the
have-
bonus question.
All right, what's the bonus question with 5
What
minutes
did you ask? What did you ask before we came back from break? About the pumpkin latte?
Oh, if a zombie eats a white person in October, do they taste like pumpkin spice?
Not all white people enjoy pumpkin.
Yeah, hold on. Come here, Corey. Come here, Corey.
You walked in at the perfect time. Corey. We need to ask, this is the burning question. If, and only if, a zombie, traditional zombie, eats a white person in
Get to the
October-
black mic.
Say this again.
If a zombie
Yeah.
eats a white person
Yes.
in October,
Yes.
do they taste like pumpkin spice?
It's taking him too long to answer.
If it's one of those one of those college girls that, oh my God, it's
believe
it's fall semester. I'm so excited for all the pretty
Correct
things.
me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe the term is basic.
Basic, yes. Essentially, if it's a BSB or BWB, basic white bitch. Yes,
Like,
they taste like pumpkin.
definitely.
Like, oh my God, I can't wait for my associate professor to not be teaching me. It's like, oh my God, he's so hot. I can't wait to go out to the club tonight, and I can't wait to go to that frat party this weekend. I'm going to get so wasted.
On pumpkin spice rum.
Pumpkin spice
And
everything.
pumpkin spice cognac.
And pumpkin spice con.
I just recently douched with pumpkin spice.
What is this?
I think I've got a feed up there.
What just happened?
Okay.
It's wonderful.
What just happened?
We clearly opened up a can of worms we were ill prepared
Do you know
to deal
pumpkin
with.
spice is part of the squash family? Do you know what I did with a squash once?
One time at band camp, you just don't know.
Oh, honey, it wasn't just at band camp.
I know it's called a squash, but there was nothing soft about it, I promise.
Oh.
Boom. Ba-dum-bump, ba-dum-bump.
Oh.
And that being said, I think there is no better way or more necessary reason to end the show.
Yeah!
But it has been an incredible 2 hours. Really, really great conversation with two
Yeah.
amazing artists. We really appreciate you both being here very, very much.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yes, please. Thank you. Look them both up on Facebook. You can find them on each of our Facebooks. Adam does artwork for commission, put some money in his pocket.
Yeah.
And Petty Crocker ICU/Iris can be found performing her many, many different types of talents in many, many different locations all over Hampton Roads. More
JB's Gallery of Girls and all.
While I have you, Wet Spot, when is the next one of those? Because I've had people asking.
We are in the process of looking
Erotic
for a
poetry.
new venue.
Okay.
The Wet Spot is erotic poetry. Oh wow, yeah, yeah. We're in the process of looking for a new venue, and once we get one of those, we will let you know where it is. But if you'd like to see Petty Crocker, I will be at Venue on 35th, October 15th at 8:30. $5
Awesome.
cover.
Awesome. And next week, we will be away from the station. We will be taking a break from the show. But on that following week, when we come back, be thinking about this. We're going to give you 2 weeks. What is the nastiest thing you've ever pumpkin spiced? We want to know.
What if you don't pumpkin spice?
Then you don't. Then you're not part of the fucking conversation.
Well,
I think that's kind of
fine
basic.
then.
I mean, that's just kind of common sense.
Basic.
If you're not a neurologist, you don't go to the conventions
That's
because you
not
ain't got shit to
true.
talk about.
They have conventions?
Yes, they
Neuro-
do.
Yeah, there's conventions
have
for every
lots of
field of science.
conventions.
I learned this because I started dating a really, really smart girl 2 years ago, and she goes to all kinds of really smart things. She's like, yes, they're talking about mathematics and chemistry and these things, and I'm like,
I do
pizza.
that.
Pizza.
It's a science.
Actually, it is a science to creating those things. You got to put the
It
right.
really
but-
is.
Shout
Yeah.
out to my girl.
All right, ladies
All
and
right,
gentlemen.
we really got to lock this show up and close it down. I don't want
That's
to,
right.
but we got to get the hell up out of here. Justin's pointing the shotgun at me.
Yeah, remember, ladies and gentlemen, we do what we do.
Because we includes you.
P.S.
Good night, Internet.
James, I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to call you.
Yeah. You knew I was pimping, you knew I was thugging. Told you I was different, you knew I was stunting. You knew the whip was renting, you knew that I was fronting. Knew I was in the streets, but I won't in the shit for nothing. It wasn't to get blunted or gassed up like an oven. I'm masked up when I come in, I'm blasting for my cousin. Them bastards had it coming, laughing cause we done it and got away with it. The fifth had a kick, so I never played with it. Had a mean aim with it, and you knew I stayed with it. Now you not okay with it? Please. You knew I had needs. I told you to proceed with getting on your knees, but you wouldn't concede, which caused me to leave. But I know you want me back though. Back shot Beethoven busting in your back though. Anything you asked for, baby girl, you had to know. You just had to know. Had to know. Had to know. You knew what the plan was. You knew who your man was. Knew it was a chance of me doing some time. Yeah, we fell off and we came up. I ain't never change up. Living real life like I do in my rhymes. The stupidest crimes. I have you in the box for months. You knew from the jump. No suits, I was suited to pump. But all my cases, briefcases. I ain't stupid or dumb. No shell casings, cause I know what to do when I don't. That's why I never been convicted. I ain't never switch up. I ain't never snitching. I'ma keep my lips shut. I ain't never bitch up. No matter the charge, no matter the man, no matter the broad. I'm battered and scarred on the block so long. I'm taking naps in the car. You was with it yesterday, so I'ma ask you tomorrow. Since your mind change every minute. Wait a second, let me finish. Would you be with it if it wasn't for them other bitches? Other bitches.
You are listening to
Fuck!
PIST
God, that pisses me off. It's like, I want to see the cheerleaders. I don't care about Old Spice.
till midnight.
Dude, I'm super stoked. That's stoked and psyched if they had a kid together.
Winning the draft lottery is like seeing pictures of Hope Solo naked.
If the Eagles lose, it ruins my life until we win again.
Every Thursday from 10 till midnight.
Gene Steratore, I fucking hate you with a goddamn passion.
Dude, I am more fired up than Keith Richards with a wheelbarrow full of LSD.
This is PIST till midnight.
When the Eagles lose, it ruins my life. Good thing life is good. We'll get more into that in a minute. Thank you for tuning in. PIST till midnight, live from the WDMF studios here in Hampton, Virginia. RadioFradio.com. Thank you for tuning in, YouTube. What's up on the simulcast?
Yow!
Also on the Android and iPhone app. We're there, too. We're everywhere. Find us. There's zero excuses to not watch.
I'm all over you, bitch.
Yep, we're all over you like flies on a poop. So, or
That's a stanky shit.
Yeah, or like Fletcher Cox on Big Ben.
Ho-ho!
Yep. How's it feel to have Cox in your face, Ben? I was really proud of that one in the pre-show video. So anyway, more on that in a minute. Plugs, Facebook.com/Radio Free Radio, Facebook.com/PIST, P-I-S-T, till with one L, midnight spelled the normal folk way. Also on the gram, follow the station at Radio Free Radio. You can follow us on Twitter at RealPIST, P-I-S-T Sports, on the gram and Twitter. Station handle on Twitter is at No Radio Radio. Also, head over to Patreon.com. $1 a month. Get you a hug, and a good one, and a bowl of cereal. So you get a hug and a bowl of Cinnamon Toast Crunch for $1 every month.
That sounds like every Saturday morning.
Yeah, and Saturday mornings are great. The only thing, we're not going to provide cartoons. Sorry.
Yeah, you got to make your own.
Yeah, you got to, that's on you. We can't do everything for you.
DBZ Abridged just came out. Go watch it. It's on YouTube.
But
after this.
I'm already learning stuff.
After us.
Yeah.
After us. Don't go watching DBZ Abridged until you have watched us.
Yeah, besides, I'm not an anime guy, but from what I hear, it's better the later you watch it.
It's fucking hilarious.
So, yeah, go do some acid and then watch DBZ unopened or whatever it is. Myself and James Clark with you. Appreciate you being with us. 757-848-5920 is the number here at the studio. If you want to give us a call for assorted stuff.
Yeah.
Sports or non-sports related.
Do it.
Yeah, call the friggin' number.
Yeah, man.
We got Ashley Ward is going to be joining us. Who is Ashley Ward? She's going to be joining us about 10:40-ish. She's a girl, if you saw all over the internet, she got smacked in the face with a football at the Auburn LSU game.
Hi-yo.
So
that means two things.
Hey.
We're working this in so good tonight.
Yep, we're already like 19 puns deep.
Too many.
Yeah, we're both sober. We're going to get loose tonight. All right, so there's that. Let's go ahead and knock the bet out of the way first.
All right.
So who lost?
You lost.
I did.
You lost.
You dropped 2 weeks in a row. Now I dropped 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, it's a trend.
I am going.
It's official.
I'm going to set the PTM Pistol Midnight record next week.
With 3 in a row?
For 3 straight humiliation bet losses. I'm aiming for it. So
good jobs.
Yep. I'm going with the Browns and the Titans and shit teams this week.
Jags.
Give me Bowling Green to cover. So that's
They're
where
actually
I'm
not
at.
doing too bad this year, though.
They're not.
So obviously we do a whole bunch of stuff every week as far as bets go. This week the bet was whoever lost, they had to open up or allow the other person, the winner, to open up a J-Date profile for them. If you don't know what J-Date is, it is Jew Date. It's short for Jew Date.
Yep.
Whoever, you get to make a whole bunch of Jewy puns and whatnot. So Tuesday afternoon, I was off. I was sitting at home on my computer doing work. I went, you know what? It's about time to get this kicked off.
About time to make Corey a Jew.
Right. So I went on there.
I am circumcised, for the record.
And
circumscribed.
Good to know.
Yep.
I went on there and I started making his profile. So some of the things that came up, I had to go through his Facebook profile.
And this is all, for the record, quickly, this is all brand fucking new to me. You haven't told me.
I haven't told you shit.
James has told me nothing. So I'm excited to find out what the Jewy version of me is like.
So I went through your Facebook and I was picking out a whole bunch of photos of you.
I hope you picked the shittiest ones.
There is a photo of you laying on a couch in a Flyers jersey with your arm kicked back, like taking a fucking selfie.
Oh, yeah.
It is the douchiest.
It's a terrible picture. I know exactly the one you're talking about.
So what I tried to do, I actually, just in case JDate didn't work, I actually took that picture and I put it on Reddit. And I tried to put it on the Roast Me subreddit. Unfortunately, it wouldn't post. So that plan backfired.
What is that? Where people just shit on what a bag of dicks I am?
No, kind of, yeah. It's
I wish it would have worked.
It's become an internet trend for the past couple of months where people hold up a little sign that says "roast me," and you let the internet roast you. So I think that should be the challenge
next
for
week's
next
bet.
week. Yeah.
Yep.
But
solved.
I tried to do it for this week, and it as a backup, and it didn't work.
Well, shit the bed. Well, now we have next week.
We have next week. So what I ended up, so I made the JDate profile, and underneath, there are so many different headings under JDate for like things to do. You know,
1 to 10. How tight are you on money?
That's not one of the questions, but
Okay.
it's close. The first thing that I put up there is, tell us a little bit about yourself. I said, sup, with a big capital S, because that's Corey all day long. Sup.
Yeah, those are things I say.
Yep. Sup, I'm Corey. And then his profile picture, I made it. It's a mirror selfie. It's an older mirror selfie. He's a little bit thinner and he's a little more douchey, but he's got that grit face on and he's looking in the mirror and he's got a Foles jersey on, a white Foles jersey.
Yep,
and jeans.
I know the one. I took that and shout out to Katie and Scott, the Spellmans. I love you both dearly. That was taken in their bathroom. I may or may not have been hammered.
Yeah. So what we did, or I put that picture up, and then under his, tell us a little bit about you. Sup, I'm Corey. I know at first glance that you think I'm a child molester. You're half wrong. I hate kids.
This is awesome already.
It started off that way. Some of the other things that I put up there, what are some of the favorite places you have visited? Your mom's house and the wall between Palestine and Israel.
I'm going to have like angry Jew mobs coming to my house.
Oh, dude, it was great.
Throwing pennies and shit.
What was another one? Another one, because I didn't, because here's the thing. What happened with the profile is within 2 hours of me creating the profile, the account actually got shut down. So it got banned automatically by the moderators because I put so much Heil Hitler in it. It wasn't, you thought it was a death
Did you
count.
really go super Schindler's List?
Because there's no other way to make Jew jokes unless you're going about bagels and lox. You
talk about bacon a lot.
Yeah, so, and I reached out to a couple of our friends, our mutual friends, like Drew, Kelly, Derek. I reached out to them, and I was like, hey, I need
What
some
ideas
stuff.
did they give you? I'm just curious.
Bacon was one of them.
Okay.
Pork was one of them.
Damn, I thought they'd be
Heil Hitler, Schindler's List. I mean, they ran the gamut.
Okay.
If you remember KOH that one night where I had to make all the racist jokes for Monopoly.
Yeah.
That's essentially the gamut that they ran.
Okay.
Let's see.
We're super Riley Cooper already.
Yeah, dude, we went hard in the paint on this one.
We might as well wear Trump shirts.
Now, here's the deal: is you actually matched with a ton of chicks.
Did anyone hit me up?
There were a couple that like secret lovered you, or it's a crush button. So they click on your profile, they click the button.
Who are these chicks?
I don't know, but like a couple of them were really hot.
The ones that like added me?
Yeah. And like one, and then
Right
you got
on.
you got an inbox from one really old lady. She's like 60 something. I wish I had screenshotted all this. I didn't think that the moderators would take it down as quickly as they did.
We can go to Denny's for the early bird.
What I would like to do, however, Justin, if we have the capabilities, I would like to call. This will be the first part of the bet because tonight is a 3-parter. He has 3 different challenges to complete.
Yeah, somehow.
I
Yeah.
would like to call JDate customer service and see if we can get them on the line and see if we can get the profile reactivated or see why they shut down the profile.
Am I talking to them as Jew Corey or are you?
I think you should talk to them.
I will totally, gladly.
So that you
Side story, I'm really good at this. I once did 30 hours of community service for prank phone calls. That's a true story.
Did you really?
Yep. What's up, David, Ryan, and Joey? David Lackey, who texted during the porn star draft, was one of them who did it with me.
All right.
Yep.
So I'm gonna pull up the phone number if I can find it, and then we're gonna see if we can. Because I texted that to you, didn't I?
The Jew number? No.
How did I send it to you?
I don't think you did. I think we were just talking about it, and I said,
took a
is it
picture
open
of it.
24 hours? And I highly doubt it because
Here it is.
They like to go to bed early.
All right. Can we do this, Justin? Is it possible? All right. This is a thing. All right. So the
Please
number
say
is
yes.
1-877-453-3861.
All right.
So I tried to call this the other day on Tuesday after 5 o'clock, and I got some weird messages. So I don't know how this is gonna go.
This is gonna go to voicemail.
Hopefully.
I'll leave a message.
And we'll just press zeros a whole bunch of times till the operator picks up.
I was gonna say we're gonna have to do it on the fly because it's on the Skype is on this machine, so it's
Yeah.
gonna
Yeah.
have to just be on the go.
Let's wing it.
Let's do it.
I'm getting ready to sound super Jewy.
All right, we ready? Here we
Yeah.
are. We calling.
Dialing.
All right.
Man, I wish.
Yeah.
Somebody there?
Oh,
it's connected.
Okay.
Hello, the JDate call center is currently closed.
Ah.
You can receive assistance via our email support team 24
Leave a
hours a day.
voicemail.
Our email address is support@jdate.com. If you need to speak with a representative, our customer service department is open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Mountain Time. Thank you.
Mountain Time.
Yeah.
Hello, the JDate call center is currently closed.
Okay. So
You
I
can
guess it's
receive
a loop.
assistance via our email support team 24 hours a day. Our email address is support@jdate.com.
I mean, I could email,
If
but
you
it's
need
probably
to
going to be
speak
a
with a
bot,
representative,
and
our
it's
customer
not going to
service
be as
department
interesting.
is open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Mountain Time. Thank you.
Jews would use Mountain Time.
Well, they're BYU, Provo.
Yeah, that's
Utah.
true.
Utah.
They're prominent out there.
Or am
So-
I thinking of the Mormons? I'm thinking of the Mormons. Never mind. I'm an idiot.
They're different.
All right, so obviously this was great. It was funny while it lasted. Next time if we do this again, I will, whoever wins
Yeah,
and whoever makes the profile will take pictures. This is a learning experience.
Yeah.
Obviously some things work better on paper than they do actually acted out in the real world. But this was hilarious. And Corey was ashamed of himself for a few hours. So now I have a couple of different things that I want you to do that are equally hilarious and racist. I know.
Why am I being racist?
Because I want you to.
I'm only okay with being racist to Jewish people because they're the only group of people, and this is shout out to Louis C.K. I hope you're listening.
Right?
My favorite comedian that's not Amy Schumer. Jews are like the only race of people that it's acceptable to openly shit on. You know?
Kind of, yeah.
Nobody gets offended if you're like, oh, hey, he's a Jew. Oh, fuck that guy. Like nobody's like, dude, what the fuck? Nobody cares.
Because at this point, yeah, history.
Yep,
gives
and
in.
they've done it to themselves.
So
is what I say.
Here's what I'm going to do first. Is I have a list of sports on my phone, but they are not the traditional names of these particular sports. They are internet made up names. I'm going to read off the internet made up name. You have to tell me what you think that sport is, and I'll give you 3
Okay.
tries for each one. We'll see how many you can get.
All right.
The second part of this is I've got show the crowd what I brought you.
Yeah, what's up with these? Because I was under the impression it was just a Jew profile. I didn't know.
It's all right. I made.
You just decided
amends. It popped in my head last minute. You're gonna do the Chubby Bunny challenge.
to just randomly add more shit on.
You're gonna do the Chubby Bunny challenge because I want to see you shove marshmallows in your face, and we
right.
haven't done food in a while. It's only been a week, but still.
Yeah.
All right. So you ready for these?
Yeah, sure. I love things made up on the fly.
All right. So I'm gonna start with these sports. All right.
All right.
Hand egg.
Volleyball.
No, that's one try.
Okay.
Hand egg.
I love you said it again, like it's a spelling bee.
I
Can
get
you
it in a
use it in a
sentence,
sentence?
please?
Tennis.
Hand egg.
Dude, I don't know.
Hand egg.
These are foreign countries. These people are fucked in
They're
the
not.
head.
They're not. No. These aren't foreign. Like this is just shit the internet made up. Hand egg.
I don't know, dude.
Name another sport.
Fucking baseball.
Football, you moron.
Oh.
Hand egg.
I just call it football.
Dive grass.
Dive grass?
Yes.
Fucking baseball.
No.
Soccer.
Yes.
Okay.
Ape hoop. I told you. These are horrible.
Wow.
Ape hoop.
That's no, I've got a feeling that's basketball.
You're right.
Holy shit, that's racist.
Luck swing.
Baseball.
Okay, yeah. Trust fund stick.
Trust fund stick. Aha! Lacrosse.
Yes.
Fuck lax guys, dude.
Man grab. Not football.
Rugby.
Yes. This has a few different names. I'll give you one. Otter
Right.
race.
Otter race?
Yes.
Hockey.
No. Water slap.
Water slap.
Otter race, water slap.
I don't know. Water polo.
Close. Piss drink.
Swimming.
There you go. Slave escape.
Where did you find these?
My buddy Chris. He sent
Fucking
these to
racial
me.
slur database for sports?
He sent it to me from fucking.
Good
it was
job,
either
Chris.
from 4chan or from Reddit. So
What was it again?
slave escape.
Slave escape. Oh, that's got to be track and field.
Yeah, Usain Bolt. Harvey Dash.
Oh,
All right, ground hug.
what the fuck? Over? Wrestling.
Close. Ground hug.
Shit. I don't know.
They're on the ground and they're hugging.
Yeah, that wrestling's what.
Close.
What the hell is close to MMA?
There you go. All right, so you got slave escape and swimming. Ground hug, you got that one. Okay, ice fight.
Hockey.
There you go. Faggot paddle.
Soccer.
No, faggot paddle.
Soccer.
No,
Oh,
not
paddle.
Faggot paddle.
Okay, yeah, there's no paddles in soccer.
Dumbass.
Kayaks.
Close, not really. Faggot paddle. You got one more try.
I don't know. Swimming.
No. Cricket.
Oh.
Turn left.
NASCAR.
Yes. Woo! Murder hook.
Murder hook? I would guess that'd be hockey, but we just had hockey.
Yes, so it's not hockey.
Okay. The dentist.
Oh, God, no. Murder hook.
I don't know, man. Oh, fish.
Thank you. I'm trying to help you along here. Wind
Thanks,
push. You're never going to get this one.
No, I'm not. What is it? I give up.
Parasailing. Or, no. Paddle sailing. Ass bounce.
Ass bounce. I don't. Fucking dodgeball.
Close, actually. It's played in a gym. Ass bounce. Bounce doesn't help. It's not a good adjective here.
Okay.
We're at 10:27. Okay.
Yeah. Fucking A. Basketball. I don't know.
No, it's women's volleyball.
I was actually going to go volleyball, but.
All right, here's another one. Sweaty man drama.
That'd be wrestling.
Yes. Stoner plank.
Stoner plank?
I'm just going to give you one try for all of these now.
Okay. High diving.
Skateboarding.
Oh, that's such a good one.
Drive cart.
Go-karts.
No, golf.
Oh.
Ice sweep.
The fuck? What the hell is that?
That one sport. That
curling.
Yes. Hipster disc.
Ultimate frisbee.
Yes. Danger jump.
The Red Bull challenge.
Close. It's motocross.
All
right.
That's what I was going for. I just thought of that event.
Stepdad quality time.
Oh shit. That could be different things.
It's a lot. Just
okay.
Throw some out there.
The Indy 500.
Paintball. Preppy paddle.
Tennis.
Yes. Bar stick.
Pool.
Yes. Snow dash.
The Iditarod.
Nope. Ski.
Shit. The
Gook click. I told you these are horribly racist.
Holy fuck!
This wasn't my list. I didn't make this up.
Clint
so.
Eastwood and Gran Torino.
Hurry up.
I don't know. What do they play?
Gook click.
I pass.
StarCraft and e-gaming. E-games. So like StarCraft, League of Legends.
Oh shit.
Gook click. Drunk Chuck.
The fucking what the hell is that? The Olympic shit.
You're way off.
Okay.
It's darts.
All right. Oh.
Death room.
Penalty box.
Racquetball.
Oh shit.
This one has two names. Iron Lotus. I don't know if you'll get that reference.
How many more of these do we have? No, I don't.
Like 10.
Holy shit.
Camel toe watch.
Cheerleading.
No, it's figure skating.
Okay, touche.
Feathercock.
South Carolina.
Close. Badminton.
All right.
Roid roll.
Bowling.
Close. Cycling. Wife evade.
A lot.
Mm-hmm.
Football.
Poker.
Oh, good call.
Grease roll.
Bowling.
Yes. Good job. Chink chop.
They don't like
Justin's over here just like what
they
the
don't
fuck?
like Orientals, dude.
Oh.
They're like us with the Jews.
Right?
Karate.
Yes. Martial arts, more specifically.
All right.
Dyke swing.
Softball.
Yes. Arm break.
Arm wrestling.
No, arm professional weightlifting.
Oh.
Death slide.
The luge.
Yes. Well, more specifically, the ice luge. Chong pong.
That's the fucking luge. The what?
Chong pong.
God damn, these people. Ping pong.
Yes. This one has two names as well. Dwarf loop and fast glue.
Art class.
Horse racing.
Oh, shit.
All right, 4 more. Body condom.
What's something where they wear them things? Shit the bed. Skiing. Snowboarding.
It's speed skating.
Okay.
Fat push.
Tag team wrestling.
Sumo wrestling.
All right.
Fag stretch.
Gymnastics.
Yoga.
Shit.
Flash splash. You
I
already said this one. You might not go back to it.
High
though.
diving.
Water polo.
Okay.
And foam fist.
Foam fist?
Yes.
Boxing.
Yes. All right. You got 17 of those out of like 34, 35. That's not bad. That's 50%.
All right, 50%.
Yeah. Good job.
If I was a basketball player, I'd be in the Hall of Fame.
At Ape Hoop. National Ape Hoop Association.
What was the Usain Bolt slave escape?
Slave escape.
Holy shit,
And then
dude.
Chong Pong is just
Yeah, what was the other one? Gook click?
Gook click.
Jesus, man.
Chink chop.
Shout out to Chris.
Oh,
I just want to know, Chris, give us a 757-848-5920, not just for Chris, but anyone. I want to know where that list was found.
The internet.
Yeah, Auschwitz.net.
Yeah, right.
All right, so.
Now you get to play Jumpy Bunny.
Okay. I'm assuming that means shove marshmallows in my face.
Yep.
Do I have to eat them?
No, you put one in your mouth and you say Chubby Bunny, and then you keep going until you can't go anymore.
Justin, I mean, I've been hit in the head a lot over the years. I played football and did backyard wrestling. Do you remember this last week?
Not at all. None of this.
So it's not just me. Okay.
Too bad. Do the thing.
So this means if I'm correct, when next time James loses, I can make up some shit on the fly as well, right?
That's what it sounds like to me.
All right. In that case, I will play Chubby Bunny.
Okay. I'm down
I gotta
with
take
this.
my gum out.
So this means I'm just never going to lose. And I do the scoring, too. So
Nasty, nasty cheater.
Yeah.
No, I actually wouldn't cheat him. That's fucked.
The one thing I will say about marshmallows quickly before I do this, they smell incredible.
Oh, they do. I love marshmallows.
So I don't
Actually,
really
pass
taste-
me one of those because I want one.
You bought them. You have the whole fucking bag. I don't give a shit.
I'll take it home later.
All right. You can take home the ones I shove in my face, too.
Nom, nom, nom.
I have somewhere I can discard these. There's 7-Eleven bag.
I got the big ones, too.
It's Chubby Bunny. So this is like, I feel like the porn star who's got like a ring of dudes, and she gets to see how many she can fit in her face.
You'd be good at this.
Chubby Bunny.
That's 2. Stop chewing.
Chubby Bunny. I'm
That's
moving
3.
them.
No, you're chewing.
I'm moving them. Trust me.
Is he chewing or is he?
I'm moving.
Yeah.
It's so dry.
I know.
I feel like I'm putting in a dip.
Yeah.
Chubby Bunny.
That's 4.
This is so dry, dude.
This is perfect.
Chubby Bunny.
That's 5. Stop chewing.
I'm fucking moving. You do this shit.
This is why I did this, folks. That's 6. Can you get one more? Oh, man. Oh, this is great. I'm so happy. See, now he's trying not to laugh and spit these out. Oh, God. There's 7. Isn't it there?
It's so sticky.
It's in there. Are you going to get any further?
Mm-mm.
Okay. He got to 7.
This one seems awful. Just awful.
Made me laugh. Made you laugh. Why are you complaining? Make you do it.
I feel like I just jerked off. My fingers are all sticky and shit.
You telling me you weren't jerking off during that?
Well, I did have both hands on the table.
Oh, lame. Yes, live chewing.
All right, now that the sticky residue is removed from my fingers.
Pretty much. Your punishment's over, my friend.
All right.
You're welcome.
Cool. Yep.
I enjoyed doing that to
Random
you.
stuff I didn't even know about.
Oh, yeah. It was beautiful. Let's go over real quick. I'm going to step over, grab my binder. We can discuss some of the interesting things that happened in the leagues this past week.
I don't want to get into Birds, Cowboys.
No. I'm talking about like other teams.
Yeah. All right. Well,
who shit the bed this week?
Lots of people, but I want to. J.J. Watt, thankfully, is out until they got him on IR. I think he's not eligible to return till like week 12, I think. And that means, A, not only is the AFC South wide open, but B, the NFL is now a much better place because I hate that guy. His injury was immediately followed by either a tweet or an Instagram post. I can't remember which. It was something I should look it up, but it was like adversity sucks.
Yeah.
But what sucks more is not being able to overcome it. And that's what I'm going to do to return better than ever to my teammates and help us win.
Douche.
Go get fucked, dude. Go to your cabin that you act as like it's this. Like, have you seen Breaking Bad when Heisenberg moves to Canada and he's living in that shack? Like, that's what J.J. Watt tries to act like where he goes to. No, dude, your cabin's got a fucking elevator in it. All right? Go there. Send out some Instagram posts and some videos of you doing some calf raises and some dips or whatever it is. It's funny because he was beloved forever, you know, and it's because you'll see, like, he goes out before the game where they play the Patriots a week ago, and he's throwing the ball with military veterans.
Yeah.
Anyone else does that, and it's like, oh, look how cool. But like J.J. Watt does it, and everyone's reaction, including mine, is like, oh, you just go fuck. Go away. Because he's so
good.
He was conceived while Hulk Hogan was walking down the entrance ramp at WrestleMania 5 or something. Because his like Hulk Hogan's theme song is like that is J.J. Watt. The I Am a Real American thing.
Right.
He is so America, dude. I can't with that guy. I can't. So I'm glad he's out for a while. That makes me feel good about myself. Not necessarily myself, just life in general. Because workout guy in general, and it's not necessarily just J.J. Watt, but obnoxious workout guy, you know, hey, let me tell you about this protein powder I'm putting in my drink. I bring a fucking gallon jug of water everywhere I go. You know, you're the worst. In all seriousness, you are the absolute worst. You're almost as bad as the guy we've talked about before who has the concealed carry permit, who openly carries his gun on his waist with his shirt tucked inside of the gun
just so that
into
you
a
can see it.
7-Eleven to buy a Starburst and a Big Gulp. Like you're almost as bad as that guy. And that guy fucking sucks.
I don't know. Okay. Cool.
All right, so
that was Corey's rant
on J.J. Watt, and now we've got the lady of the hour with us, Ashley Ward from the University of Auburn, joins us here on Pistol Midnight on RadioFradio.com. Ashley, how you doing?
I'm good. Thank you.
Good. Thanks so much for being with us, by the way.
Yeah, of course.
I just want to get started off by saying, obviously you're a student at Auburn. Tell us a little bit about yourself, your studies there, and things of that nature. Just general background info.
Yeah, so I'm originally from Chicago, and Auburn's been a family school since I can remember, so I kind of was always going to end up going there. I'm majoring in media studies and had an internship with ESPN last semester, so I'm kind of just hoping that once I graduate in December, I can get back into that.
Okay, right on.
Ashley, this is James. How's it going?
Hi.
Oh, yeah, I didn't turn my mic off. I'm an idiot. Sorry. I turned my mic off.
I can barely hear you.
Yeah, I'm special. I'm touching things I shouldn't be. Shut up, Corey. So, obviously, I reached out to you earlier this week, and I had no idea that we actually were as closely connected as we were. One of the guys that you work with on the Auburn photography team, I was actually friends with him on his personality profile, or my personality profile, and he had tagged you in a picture. And we had a gentleman on a few weeks ago when everything was going on with Colin Kaepernick, and I reached out to him, and he had came on, and it was great. So I saw you, and I was like, hey, let me reach out, see if it happened. The fact that you answered just made my day, like has made my week, so thank you for that.
I'm glad.
And it's great because we get to do interviews with people that are current, with people that are going viral, doing stuff. Obviously, big question here. What kind of reaction have you gotten kind of outside the circle of your friends? How big has this been for you?
I mean, it's just kind of exploded around me. Everybody has been contacting me. I've had people from Australia, people from the UK, just all over the world. People are saying that they've seen it. So outside of my friend group, it's pretty much just been a really large group of people who are just reaching out to me on social media and telling me like what you said about how they got a good laugh out of it and stuff. So it's definitely been a lot bigger than what I thought it would be.
Yeah.
Right.
What was...
Now,
sorry, go ahead, Corey.
No, you're good. I was just the main... Obviously, millions of people have seen the video by now, and I don't mean to put you back in the seat of, hey, live through this. But as it's going on and the ball's traveling in your direction, what's the thought process, Ashley, if you could walk us through that as you're seeing the ball come towards you?
Those last few minutes of me deciding that I was going to try to catch it are kind of a blur to me. So while it was in the air, I guess I was just preparing myself to catch it because I really honestly thought I was going to be able to. And that didn't happen. But yeah, the last like few seconds before it got to me, I was just expecting it to end up in my arms and kind of get people's reaction of me being able to catch a kickoff, but it was the opposite. But yeah, no, people have asked me that, like kind of what I was thinking in those last few seconds and what I was thinking afterwards, and honestly, it's such a blur, I don't remember.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, I honestly, I got to say, it wasn't a bad attempt, but I will say you kind of looked like Terrence Williams when he doesn't catch the ball with his hands during a Cowboys game. It was great up until he got to that point. I was like, oh, damn it, she had it.
Yeah, and I mean, you gave a much more valiant effort than I would have been able to be completely honest, Ashley. So if that's any consolation, there you go.
No, it is, definitely.
So now that this has happened, now that you've gone, I think at this point you've gone mega viral, correct?
I guess you could say that. I don't know. I don't know the differences between viral and mega viral, but yeah, it seems like that from how many people have reached out to me and how many people are talking about it. My mom's actually in Brazil right now on a business trip, and she said there are people sitting in the hotel that she's at that are talking about it.
Oh, jeez. You're in in business trip for Rio, and you're getting your daughter's getting taught. That's got to be awesome. What is your family kind of? How is this affecting? Like, are they, hilarious? Are they psyched about it? What's up with that?
Yeah, so my sister definitely got a good laugh out of it. My little sister and my older sister actually tweeted about it after it happened, and my older sister kind of took like the older sister approach, like, yeah, this is my sister, she's okay though. And my little sister in all caps was like, oh my gosh, I'm dying, this is my sister. Like, she just got slammed in the face.
High five to the little sister for that one.
Yeah, so no, they're definitely getting a kick out of it. I think it may have been a little different if I had gotten hurt, but seeing that nothing came out of it, like no broken nose or no bruises, I think everybody's kind of having fun with it.
Right.
No Fabio effect.
Yeah. You don't look like a hockey player, which is always a plus. I know you said you're a Chicago gal. Now, since you're obviously going to school at Auburn, War Eagle,
War Eagle.
How badly do you hate Alabama?
Oh, man. Like I mentioned earlier, I've kind of always been an Auburn fan, so it's been instilled in me to hate Alabama. It was one of those, like, whenever I get in a fight with my parents when I was younger, I would threaten to, like, fight Alabama and go there. So, yeah, I absolutely hate Alabama, so it's kind of always been a thing with my family, but, yeah, definitely not a fan of Alabama.
Any Nick Saban voodoo dolls or anything like that? Because I will come down there and help you stab it in the eye.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
Yeah, how many any Saban voodoo dolls anywhere in the back of any closets at the dorms? Because I will 100% come down there and help you stab it in the eye.
Oh, man. I don't know. If I do, I'm not sure I can tell you that.
All right. That's all good.
Obviously, I want to ask you a little bit about the game, actually. Because I was kind of going through some of the stuff that people were saying, just that had tagged you and especially the other photographers that you work with, and you were actually in one hell of a position for the last play of that game.
Yeah.
How was that with that whole scene unfolding in front of you? Just it's the moment. It's Chiswick. It's Les Miles. It's LSU driving. Clock goes out. How was that? Just to be in that moment.
Yeah. So I was in the end, actually right in that corner where the LSU receiver kind of fell in after he caught the ball. He actually hit me on his way down, so I got hit again. But it's one of those things that I'm looking back now, and I'm kind of regretting that I wasn't paying as much of attention because everything that just happened with me getting hit and everything was kind of like exploding around me. So I kind of wasn't paying as much attention as I would have liked to. But, I mean, I saw it all happen. I saw him come down for the touchdown, and all of the LSU players just kind of flooded around me and the other photographers that were sitting there. And then somebody said to me, I didn't even realize it, but somebody said to me that the officials were reviewing the play. So I looked up on the Jumbotron and saw that they were kind of huddled around in the middle. And then I think it was probably like less than 30 seconds later, all of the Auburn players just rushed to the student section without the officials saying anything. And I guess they heard it before they announced it, but then the officials announced it and the whole stadium just went crazy. So it was a really cool experience to be there for that.
Nice.
Right on.
Yeah, because it was, it's watching it. I was actually sitting on my couch Saturday night watching SportsCenter with Scott Van Pelt, and obviously they showed the video clip of you, and then they showed that whole crazy scene, and it's just, it's absolute bedlam down there at the game. So huge win for Auburn going forward with their season, and then with LSU, obviously Les Miles, that's going to be his curtain call on his LSU career. Does it kind of make you feel any sort of way that you guys, kind of were the last ones to give the boot to Les Miles?
I mean, it's definitely kind of something that's exciting for Auburn to know that we were the ones who ultimately got Les Miles fired because he couldn't win that game.
Yeah.
So that's exciting, and it's definitely one of those things that you're going to remember, kind of like the Alabama game a few years ago and the Georgia game a few years ago. It's just one of those big games that will always kind of be in your head.
Okay.
Right.
What now moving forward? Obviously, you were saying that you've got you're hoping to finish up with your internship at ESPN and that you can stay on. What now kind of moving forward for you?
Yeah, so I'm just taking classes online just to graduate in December. So I'm just hoping after that I can continue to work on what I love to do, which is video and photo. And ESPN's kind of talked to me about coming back and just reapplying once I graduate, and then there are other opportunities out there too. So I'm just trying to finish school and see what happens next for me.
Awesome.
Right.
Well, Ashley, again, thank you for, giving us the time of day, because, we are a small program, small radio show here in Virginia, and nobody really knows us, but we're trying to change that. So every person that we get on here to interview, and every person that we can, have on to help us achieve our dreams is great. And I really am glad that you reached back out to me and you were able to do this tonight with us.
Yeah, no, of course. It was a lot of fun, and I'm really thankful for you guys for being able to let me be on the show too. So it was fun.
Awesome.
Absolutely. Enjoyed it, Ashley. Thanks for coming on as well. And if we send you some Radio Free Radio or Pistol Midnight gear, would you be able to throw it up around Auburn's campus and or ESPN?
Toomer's Corner specifically.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Okay, you're the best.
And slap one on Greenberg's forehead if you ever meet him. Because that thing is a huge billboard for ads. It's waiting for ad space.
Okay. Oh, my God. Oh, you're funny.
I try. But, again, I just had my co-host. I don't know if you heard the bit before. I just had my co-host do Chubby Bunny live on air. So, that's probably going to be the best part of the night.
Yeah.
Besides the interview, yeah.
Yeah, we already shot our load.
So, all right, Ashley, thank you again. You've been a great guest. Appreciate it, and good luck forward going with your journey.
Thank you guys. Have a good night.
All right,
Thanks,
War
Ashley.
Eagle.
Cheers.
Take care.
War Eagle. Bye.
All right. Anytime you can have a girl on and say shoot your load.
Corey's gonna do it.
We're not even an hour 2 yet.
Damn, we haven't even got loosey goosey.
Nope.
Dude, I'm sitting over here just snacking on these marshmallows. These things are delicious.
Yeah, I know. I feel like that's the whole reason you brought them.
You probably don't want to shove another one in your mouth for like a year.
No, well, I'm not a big marshmallow guy. Like, I won't eat just straight marshmallows. I'll open a bag and smell them, but I won't eat them. They're just.
You are the
they're
worst
too
kind
dry.
of fat kid in the world.
I like substance, man.
You don't like cheese?
Nope. On certain stuff.
You don't like marshmallows?
Nope. I like meat, man. I'm a
You don't like
carnivore.
hot sauce?
Carnivore, dude. Give me burgers and cheesesteaks.
I don't like
and
hot
hoagies.
sauce anymore after a couple weeks ago.
I was gonna say, aren't you still shitting it out?
Kinda.
Leatherface is looking at me right now, and it's awesome. For those who can't tell, shout out to Justin and everybody here at the studio. We got everything rearranged. It's roomy. My main beef is
Cozy.
Well, I'm a creature of habit, and I sit in the same chair every week. And Jennifer Lawrence is no longer in my line of vision. I've got to turn my head to see her, and the dartboard's over her face. So
no more shooting loads.
I just wanted to get that. Yeah. Well, I've already shot it.
Hey-o.
Yeah. I wanted to work that gripe into our show as well because I kind of gave Justin the business for it on Deprogrammed on Tuesday. I didn't really give him the business. I just wanted to try and be funny, and I failed. So
no one's laughing.
Yep, I did it twice,
including our studio audience.
Yep.
Which
Can
we're
we
setting up
get
for.
studio audience sound effects?
What is this? Whose line is it anyway?
Why not? I mean, I shoved marshmallows in my face. We can't get a clap or a ooh. Whenever somebody makes a slave escape reference.
Ooh.
Yeah. Like if that's not fitting.
Well, we used to get Nancy Kerrigan, and then it doesn't happen anymore.
Well, you don't want to burn Nancy out. That's the trick.
I mean, she already got burnt out from that shit. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
Tanya Harding did her in, but
Hey,
you got to
man.
bring out Nancy at the appropriate moments. It's the same as Norman Bates.
Are we getting loosey-goosey for the next 7 minutes, or do we want to discuss, like, actual sports things?
Let's do. I guess we'll do actual sports since hour 2 is loosey-goosey hour.
Well, we finished up with Ashley, so I figure, we can jump right back to, surprises of the NFL week. Obviously, looking at, Redskins. I called the
I called the Redskins.
You called the Redskins win. I did not see that happening. Let's see. Browns and Dolphins, no one cares.
Nope.
Vikings beating out the Panthers and beating the shit out of them.
That surprised me, dude.
8 sacks, 3 picks of Cam Newton.
The Vikings defense. Shout out to
Legit.
your boy who had him on his radar deep in the fantasy draft.
Legit.
26 points from them against the defending NFC champs and Super Cam.
That's disgusting. No wonder Sam Bradford's decently successful.
Yeah, dude. I mean, that's what. Well, that and there's no Chip Kelly in Minnesota, which helps. So.
And it's not 7 degrees against Seattle.
Yeah, they're for real, dude. They're for real.
That's the scary part. They are.
Yeah, because Bradford, again, not a Bradford guy, but he's good enough to make a run with the defense that's that good.
I mean, he didn't make the Heisman Trophy presentation for nothing.
Yeah, and I mean, he was the first overall pick. The guy's got talent. You've got to.
He just needed the right system.
Right,
And
exactly.
the Rams wasn't it. The Eagles
Yeah.
wasn't it. Maybe
Nope.
he's found a fit in Minnesota.
Yeah, you can't. Bradford's not a guy who's going to put the team on his back and go out there and win a game. He's a game manager type guy. He can make the throws.
He needs pieces.
Exactly. He's a poor man's Alex Smith.
Yeah.
In a sense.
Here's one that I called last week that you did not. Bills spanking the Cardinals.
Yeah.
Spanking. Carson Palmer, 4 interceptions.
I know. I've got him in a money league, and because of him, I dropped to 1 and 2 in it. So
Sad day.
Thanks, old man. Side note, you know who he looks like, Carson Palmer? Dennis Quaid in Any Given Sunday.
Yeah, you're right.
Look at Carson Palmer.
You're
and
right.
Do like a side-by-side. They look exactly alike. Except I think Quaid was a lefty in that movie.
Maybe.
Jack Rooney.
Possibly. Ooh, I see a pretty lady. Scroll down.
Hey, who we got?
Yeah, she is pretty. I just looked over
She
at
is.
Justin, and Justin's like scrolling through
Yeah.
Facebook. I'm
What's
like,
up,
oh.
girl on Facebook?
How you doing?
Yeah.
Aaron, I think your name was.
Hey, Aaron.
Another one that we both did not call this. The Rams putting up 37 on the Bucks. What the actual fuck? And it wasn't even close till the end of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, no. And who would have seen that, man? I mean, like, what are we doing?
The Rams are 2-1 now.
They are.
Jeff Fisher's
They are.
like actually doing
It's
things.
week 3.
They're leading the NFC West. What the actual fuck?
Going into week 4, dude.
Because they've already got Seattle's number. The only team that they need to beat is San Francisco, and they're good.
Arizona, dude.
Arizona just lost to the Bills.
I'm not putting.
They just lost to Tyrod fucking Taylor and the Bills.
You're the Tyrod guy.
I
I'm
am
the
Look,
anti-Tyrod guy.
their offense, I expected, because my score prediction was 34-31. I expected offensive explosion. However, Rob
you didn't get
Ryan's
that for the
defense held them to 18 points.
Yeah, Rob Ryan defense. Well, dude, and here's the thing, all right? Fitzgerald is not a top 10 guy anymore, but he still makes plays, all right? David Johnson's the only beast that the Cardinals have offensively, but you've got guys. You've got Fitzgerald's a Hall of Famer.
You got Brown.
John
you got
Brown's good. Yeah, I mean, you've
the
got
other guy from Notre Dame.
They just, they shit themselves. It happens. It's going to happen to every team at some point during the year.
Speaking of
They
shit
shit the bed.
themselves, Ryan Fitzpatrick outing against the Chiefs.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Here's my problem with that game, though.
Jesus.
I actually would like to lead a movement to stop calling tipped passes interceptions. They're not an interception for me is the ball leaves the quarterback's hands and a defensive player grabs it, gains control, and goes in a certain direction with it.
Yes.
If you tip the ball, if an offensive player tips the ball and then it lands in the hands of a diving defensive player, the defensive player didn't intercept the pass.
Yeah.
He grabbed the ball out of air after it touched someone else.
Well, I think it should still count in the column
as a turnover,
as an interception.
but I think it should be called something different. Like
you've got to
like a tip turnover or something.
Every interception is not the end of the world. All right. Now, if you have a few years ago when Eli threw like 24, that's a wreck. But if you've got, I mean, you're going to throw interceptions, man. This is the NFL. I'm not going to kill a guy.
But when you go
if you're gonna,
6,
yeah, if you're going to
go in the red zone,
6 in the, yeah, exactly. Then it's a problem. But I've always, if we're going to do that, then if we'll just take the Jets for example, if Fitzpatrick throws an 8-yard out to Eric Decker and Decker takes it an extra 50 yards for a 58-yard gain, why does Fitzpatrick get credit for the 50 yards? Shouldn't he get credit for only the 8 since that's how far he threw it?
No, it's weird.
Yeah.
Anyway,
stat lines.
At this point, we are approaching halftime, so we need to leave you folks. However, we will come back with Cowboys and Eagles analysis. We will talk about our quarterbacks. We will talk about Des Bryant being a bitch.
Yep. Can't wait for that. And
we'll get loosey-goosey. We'll do some picks. We'll do some draft, and then we will catch you.
Team Canada just won the World Cup of Hockey.
Fuck Canada.
Oh, Canada, maple syrup and whatnot. We'll be back in a few. Justin's going to hit you with some tunes. This is Pistol Midnight on our station, RadioFradio.com.
Ow.
His best friend Billy pulls up next to him. Some spots go.
What a feeling it is when your first round pick in fantasy football kicks ass. 23.3 points so far from A.J. Green. Game's winding down, but I'm pretty happy with that. So shout out to Adriel Jeremiah for the Bengals. He just had a kid recently. Aww. Pistol Midnight, RadioFradio.com, live from the WDMF studios here in Hampton, Virginia. Radio Free Radio on the YouTube channel. Simulcast What's Up. You can also check us out on the Android and iPhone app, whatever team you are. Radio Free Radio. We've got the app. Download it. We're out there. Come find us. Facebook.com/Radio Free Radio for the station. Facebook.com/PIST, P-I-S-T, till with 1L, midnight. The normal way for us. Hit the blue thumbs on both. Appreciate it. On the gram, we are at Radio Free Radio for the station, at Real PIST, P-I-S-T Sports. For us on the gram and on Twitter, and at No Radio Radio is the station handle on the tweets. Patreon.com, $1 a month. Get you a hug and a bowl of Frankenberry. So get on that. And it means you can drink strawberry milk once you're a good boy and you finish all the cereal.
That's delicious.
You have to finish the bran pieces too. You don't just get to pick the marshmallows out and leave the boring pieces in there and dump them down the drain when your parents aren't looking. And the only reason I know is because I got smacked for doing that once as a kid. So, yep.
Good job, dumbass.
What's up, youth of the nation? So
We are. Youth of the nation, we are.
I hate those dudes, but that song was
Why do you
actually
hate POD?
Because they suck, but that song's pretty good.
Oh, fuck you. POD's great.
I found out like 2 years after they were around that they were Christian rock.
Yeah, they are.
That song Alive was about Jesus.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
All of us did.
Yeah, I had no idea. I just thought they were talking about his internal feelers. And then someone was like, hey, he's actually talking about the big man upstairs. And I said, oh, really? Somehow I don't find that song as catchy anymore. But so there's our religious views. What's yours? Give us a call, 757-848-5920. Tell us we're going to hell.
Oh, God, you asshole.
Hey. Justin on cue.
This guy.
Right?
Just don't get pinged. Because that would be bad.
Yeah.
We don't want that.
All right, we're going to try and keep the momentum going here from hour number 2. So it's loosey-goosey hour. If you're new to the show, it means we get weird.
Absolutely.
We get offensive, although we started off super offensive.
We started off with Slave Escape.
Yeah, Slave Escape, Ape Hoop.
Yeah, Chung Pong.
Yeah.
Ching Chop.
Yeah, and there were a lot of Jew things in there as well. Yeah. So
also, shout out to Ashley Ward, photographer at Auburn University. She came on with us for about 10, 15 minutes tonight, talking about her 15 minutes of fame.
Yep.
Getting hit in the face with a football on a kickoff of the LSU-Auburn game this past weekend. Thanks to her for coming out, or for joining us, and
thanks, Ashley,
giving us the time of day.
Yep.
It's great. David, still waiting to hear from you, fucker. Call in.
Yeah.
757-848-5920. We haven't heard from you, asshole.
Yeah, we've already got a bet for next week, Dave. That doesn't mean
slacking.
That doesn't mean you can't talk to us.
We love you, buddy.
Yep. Thanks for listening to the show, though.
Let's jump into...
Let's just lead with our team selfishly because it's our damn show.
Because we actually didn't do it this week like we normally do.
Nope.
Normally, after bet pay-ups, we're right into Cowboys-Eagles.
Yeah, we had to get into Ashley Ward.
Phrasing?
That, yeah, I just got that.
Please try that phrasing again.
We had to bring on Ashley Ward, and we had to ask her... We asked her questions
that was funnier than any of the chubby buddies that he put out.
About her adventures at Auburn.
Justin, I think somebody's got a chubby buddy as it is on the other side of the table there.
No, I'm 100%. I'm flaccid right now. We're just hanging out, chilling.
This is why I love doing this every Thursday. It makes me happy.
Yep.
It makes me laugh.
It's like Christmas morning once a week. So more or less, we're like Jews. We get Hanukkah. Only we get better presents than socks and notebooks and paper clips and shit. All right, enough Jew hatred because I'm not Hitler. I went first.
Like him, though.
I went first. Really? Thanks, man. That's the look I was going for.
Hitler was an Eagles fan? No wonder he killed himself.
The Eagles were still new when he was on his reign of terror.
Anyway, talk about your stupid quarterback.
All right. Here's the thing. I've got a legit quarterback now, and I just want to point out 1 week ago, exactly on this show, when we made our picks for this past Sunday's game, the Steelers came to the Link, 4:25, prime time game of the week.
Yeah.
To play my beloved Eagles. And I said, while I wouldn't bet my house that we would win, I think we had a legitimate shot. And you, sir, said I was a fucking idiot. So to you, I have 2 words. Hashtag Pennsylvania.
Those weren't even close to what I thought it was going to be.
What'd you think? I was making a DX reference?
No, I thought you were just going to say, fuck you.
No, that's too easy.
I thought you were keeping it simple. I just kicked the phone off
easy.
the fucking...
Yeah, just ruined things here, man.
I'm trying.
Jesus.
Can you tell?
Yep. I saw a quote from Brian Baldinger, who was an ex-Eagle.
Baldinger?
Now an analyst on the NFL Network. He's a dude with the fucked up fingers.
Jason Pierre-Paul's cousin?
No, he still has his fingers.
Oh, okay. I got it.
In his words, Wentz is Peyton Manning pre-snap, Aaron Rodgers post-snap.
Yep, I saw that.
This guy, man, and I am as pessimistic as a Philly guy as there is, because I am convinced
He really is.
Someone has to call in the middle of my Eagles rant.
Well, finish your rant and then we'll
No,
do
because I really want to delve into this.
Well, you can delve.
Yeah, after a call.
Okay, we'll take the call.
Yep. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hold on.
All right.
Justin's got to do things because
Yeah.
I've fucked him all up here.
Yep. James is destroying stuff because he's trying to put his dick in a bunch of different bags. So now I hear a noise. Caller, what's up?
Chris in Portsmouth.
What up,
You
dude?
would call while I'm in the middle of Carson Wentz
That's
stuff.
amazing. Thank you, Christopher.
It's only because Antonio Brown made a deal with Cox last week. He told Fletcher that if y'all don't win, then I'll marry him.
Well, we killed him. We didn't just win. We killed him. So
Hey, you'll get over yourself when the Cowboys beat you 37-10.
there's zero
Wentz will
chance
throw
that
4
happens.
picks.
Well, against your defense?
Probably.
No.
Just for the record.
Nah.
Very church.
Nah.
So what do you got, dude?
What do you got, brother?
So with Des Bryant not playing Sunday, James, what are you expecting? Do you expect Dak to rely on Cole Beasley? Or do you expect him more to hand the ball off to Ezekiel and Alfred Morris?
Well, I mean, here's the thing. I watched. I got to watch First Take this morning because it was my off day. And Stephen A. Smith was actually praising the Cowboys for once. I about had a heart attack. But he was also talking about, because Max Kellerman was saying, oh my God, this is the worst thing that could have happened to the Cowboys. They're now going to finish last in the division. Stephen A. said, hold on a minute. What have the Cowboys been doing? Dak Prescott has been throwing the ball down the middle of the field to Cole Beasley, Jason Witten, and Terrence Williams to some degree this past game. Dez hasn't really been a part of anything. Dez is the deep threat. Now, when Tony Romo comes back, if Dez is still out, then we have a problem because Tony Romo is a different style of quarterback. He can make the downfield throws. He's looking for different areas of the field than Dak Prescott is because he's not as mobile, because he has a different rhythm. He has a different throwing style. He has a different connection with his receivers.
Correct.
So for me, I am not worried one bit if Dez is out. It does a little bit different to the coverage, but we still have Bryce Butler, we still have Terrence Williams, we still have Cole Beasley, we still have Jason Witten, we still have weapons on offense, and then we still got Morris and Zeke Elliott in the backfield. I wouldn't be surprised to see 25 carries out of Elliott and 15 carries out of Morris this game, especially against the 49ers, if we can push them around. I am actually more worried about our offensive line than I am than I am Dez, just because of the fact with Lyle Collins out with his toe injury for at least a couple of weeks, it puts Ronald Leary back into the old spot that he was. Now, granted, he's going back to his old spot, but there's a chemistry. It's gonna be weird for a couple of plays. In the first couple of drives, we really have to make a push and actually do something. So, am I worried about Dez? Not really. It doesn't do anything much for Dak. He's still going to hit Cole Beasley. He's still going to hit Jason Witten. He's still going to hit Terrence Williams. He's still going to aim for Bryce Butler. I'm not worried.
How many points do you expect us to put up?
27. Probably. 24-27. I still think we win this game. So that'll be in my predictions later.
And let's throw in a pucks question for Corey. How about Canada winning the World Cup?
I expected it.
Who didn't?
It's Canada. It's hockey. I'm not surprised.
All right, well, let's get back to football.
All right, brother.
Appreciate it, buddy.
Yeah, buddy.
All right, so I'll get back to Wentz. I feel like you should roll with Dak now since the Cowboys they just raped the conversation.
Don't be salty.
So appreciate it, Chris.
Don't be salty. Dak did his thing. He did a good job. He finally got a touchdown pass. It was the Bears. It's the worst team in football. And you remember me saying that at the beginning of the season, the Bears are going to be the worst team in football.
I feel like you're going to remind me of that every week.
Well, every time they lose. And so far.
It's going to be a lot.
I mean, they have a chance to tie the Lions right now because they're keeping Hoyer at quarterback for a while.
Yeah, which is...
And the only
good luck.
The only thing that they've got going for them is that other running back that's coming into the picture, and even then, not worth it. We gave up a couple of garbage time TDs, but that's not on Dak, obviously. You know, I'm happy with what he's done. It makes me feel a little bit less okay with the Giants' loss, just because of the fact that we probably should have won that game, because I don't think, especially the fact that the Giants lost to the Redskins, I don't think they're that good. So I'm happy with 2-1 with a rookie quarterback doing the thing. I'm happy. That's just the way it is right now. Am I ecstatic? Do I think we're Super Bowl bound? No. I'd like to say, hell yeah, I think we're Super Bowl bound. I'd like to have the confidence of a Cubs fan right now in the MLB.
Right.
But, you know, I'm not going to be that Cowboys fan. I still hold to the fact that I'm going to be disappointed with anything less than an NFC Championship game appearance. That I will hold to all season long until we are eliminated. But that's my expectation coming into this season. That's what I expect. But for right now, we're 2-1. We're facing a San Francisco 49er team that ain't that great. We got a Bengals team that looks up and down, and then we got a Packers team that can't find its defense from its asshole.
Well, I hate to be the reality check here, but you might want to slow your roll on the lock of that division.
Why?
Because
Why?
we've got a real quarterback.
Boo-hoo.
All right, go ahead and downplay it.
No, I mean, I want to hear this.
Carson Wentz is for real. This is not.
Yes.
This is not a flash in the pan. All right, this is not a guy. This is not, Rob Johnson or someone who comes in and he's awesome for a month and he goes away. This guy came from division, 1AA or whatever, North Dakota State. Hardly got any time in the preseason. And he's come in and he's crushed it. He's the offensive rookie at a month in the NFC. Now, again, I'm not sitting here saying start making his bust for Canton, all right? But
sounds like it.
Not quite. But I am saying we finally have, for the first time since Donovan McNabb,
a legitimate quarterback.
A legitimate franchise quarterback, which I thought Nick Foles was.
He was.
Carson Wentz.
He really was.
Yes, until he got hurt, and then we sent him to St. Louis for braggy sleeves. But here's the thing: I looked at that trade for the last year and a half since it's happened as the straw that began to break the Eagles' back, so to speak. I no longer look in the rearview mirror over that trade whatsoever, because Howie Roseman did what he had to do, went up and got Carson Wentz. Listen, there is zero chance that I thought we'd be 3-0. I'll own it. I believed going into the year.
How many people did, dude? Except for a few people that we know that we thought were completely and utterly retarded.
Unrealistic people, okay? And here's the thing, because there's nothing worse than the guy who says, hey, my team's awesome because they're my team. All right,
Great.
Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong.
Tell that to Leafs fans.
Yeah, no shit.
Really?
Nobody's going to be harder on the Birds than I will be. But this past Sunday against the Steelers was the most fun I've had watching Eagles football in years. It's fun to be an Eagles fan again. Why? Because we have hope, and Carson Wentz is the hope we've got. Now, you've got to understand the background and the what lies in this for diehard Eagles fans. I'm not talking the people around here who went out and got a Vic jersey because he went to Warwick and, jumped on the bandwagon because he went to Tech and, oh, hey, Vic signed with the Eagles. I'm an Eagles fan now. Wink, wink. No, you're not. All right. I've suffered many years. I'm from there. You have to understand the blue-collar nature that's embedded in that city. You have to understand the demands of playing in that city. If you don't win, you better play your ass off. And not only now are they just playing their ass off, but they're winning. Okay, and to rewind for a minute to the 3 years of Chip Kelly. For the first 2 years, he went 10-6. First year, won the division, made the playoffs, lost to the Saints in the wild card in a tight one. Second year, went 10-6, barely missed the playoffs. We were the first team out. Last year, obviously, was the fiasco that it was. Excuse me. Proper tenses would be preferred.
Come on, English major.
Right? Chip Kelly gets the boot. Public enemy number one forever in Philly. I came on the air here and I said what he did set us back 3 to 5 years. Carson Wentz is the reason that he just wipes out everything that Chip Kelly did wrong, and there were so many things. You can't have – now, when it's working with Chip in Philly and you're going 10-6 and you're in the playoffs, awesome. But you've got to understand, in that city, there's a certain style that we want. The flashy, hey, we can run a play every 20 seconds – we can do all these fancy and pretty things.
Who gives a shit?
We're not the prettiest girl at the dance, nor do we want to be. We want to be the girl that's got some mileage on her, some track marks, But you can take her home and you can get the job done and you can have a good time, And the finesse in the Chip Kelly thing, it was the complete opposite of what the city of Philly stood for. And then you bring in Doug Peterson, who knows the city, who knows the team, who knows the organization. He knows what they expect. And again, I've shitted on that hire when it happened from the embryonic phases of the show back in March when we started doing this. And I said I will give Doug Peterson a month or 6 weeks to really assess where I'm at with the hire. I'm all in. And you have to look at Chip Kelly and the moves he made and the quote-unquote culture he wanted to create in Philly that ended up completely just dividing the locker room. There was nothing but angst. People hated it there. And now you have Doug Peterson come in. You're 3-0. And at the end of each game, 1, 2, family on 3. 1, 2, 3, family. This is going to sound really corny and really Lifetime movie-ish, but that shit means something because that locker room got raped and ravaged under Chip Kelly. And the people that are left that had to deal with that shit, now you have a guy who has brought together the locker room, he and Carson Wentz. They've created a culture of winning, of family, of buy-in to each other, not buy into my system. That is the shit that talent wins, yes, but I do believe that has something to do with it. You've got to like where you work. You have to like where you play. You've got to like the people that you're going out on the field with. You have to be willing to fight for them. They have that mindset now. And the thing is, Jim Schwartz on defense has been phenomenal. You're back to a 4-3 now. There's none of that weird wide 9 shit going back to frickin' Howard Mudd, his era. There's none of the 3-4. Your defense sitting on the field for 75 plays a game. So you now have a fresh defense. You have an attacking defense. You have a blue-collar defense that will hit guys in the mouth and make you hurt. Eagles fans have always preferred – I'd much rather see a 13-10 game than a 35-31 game. Blue-collar, low-scoring, physical. That's what we've got now. And it means fucking everything to me, man, to see that brand of football back, to see what Carson Wentz has done for that fucking city, man. I mean, it means a lot, dude. And I don't mean to be fucking corny, but, I've got as much pride in where I'm from as anybody. And it's more than a football team to me, dude. Same with the Flyers. That's no matter how long I've been down here, you can take the boy from his home, but you can't take the home from the boy. And seeing the turnaround this quickly takes away all the other bullshit, because the future with this guy, are we going to win a Super Bowl? I don't know, man. I don't know, but right now I'm happy because there's hope. And I know there's a chance, which going in, there wasn't a chance 6 months ago.
Dumb
now
question.
There is. Yeah.
Did you come yet?
Little bit of pre-cum. Little bit of pre-cum.
All right, so let me tell you all of the things that are actually right with what you just said.
All right, I thought you were just.
I know you had that face on. You were like, "Come on, bring it." You
here we
piece of
go.
shit.
You would after you made me eat all them fucking marshmallows.
So here's the deal. I say this as a football fan, and I say this as a Cowboys fan, and I say this as a person who actually loves the game of football. I am happy that the Eagles are doing well. Because as you and I have pointed out many times on this show, the division is best when the Eagles and Cowboys are going at it and fighting for the division.
Yep, absolutely.
I am glad that Carson Wentz is proving everybody correct that bought into him. I am glad that everybody is being proven wrong that did not. I was very high on Carson Wentz before the draft. I wanted the Cowboys to take him. The reason I wanted the Cowboys to take him is because he is a winner. 5-time national champion. 2-time national champion as a starting quarterback.
Yep.
He doesn't know how to do anything but win. That was the biggest problem for a long time with the Cowboys. Still is. That's what I'm scared of moving forward. Now, if we continue to get guys who know how to win, if we continue to get guys who can come in and produce well, I like the outlook of our future. Dak and Ezekiel Elliott are great starts. Dak is an SEC winner. Ezekiel Elliott's a national champion. That's a great fucking start right there.
It's pieces of the puzzle.
It is. And the fact that you guys are doing well and that we're doing well shows me that the NFC East is working its way back to being the best division in football.
It is, because the Skins are allergic to success. Eli
is getting old.
He's getting up there. You're not, what has he got left? 3-4 years maybe? And in that case, you guys have Dak. We got Wentz,
Skins have cousins if he's still around.
Yeah, doubt
or
that one.
Maybe Colt McCoy.
No, he'll live tapped by then.
Probably. But I'm happy, and it's while I, division rival, yeah, great if you lose, but the fact that you're doing well, and I think that we will see a big time showdown come week. What is it? Week 8?
I believe it's
week 8.
Week 8. Yeah, and that's the
I'm
thing.
coming over, dude.
Don't take anything personal.
Oh, I don't, especially if I punch you in the face.
That's all right, because I will swing back. Just don't get no blood on my Wentz jersey. And the thing is, dude, that I look at, just another quick aside on Wentz, and then I'll get back into the broader NFC East deal. I love how he, and in a sense it worries me, but he's gained respect from not only players but the fans, because he will stand in there with a guy
and take a fucking hit.
Take a lick,
Him and
dude,
Dak
and
both.
deliver it. Yep.
Dak, a lot of people were like, because he's a multifaceted quarterback. He can move.
Yeah, Dak's a mobile guy. So is Wentz for his size.
But especially against the Bears, there was a lot of talk from the broadcast crew, from Chris Collins, douche, and Al
for whatever
Fucktard.
his is worth. I like Al Michaels.
Whatever. With Chris, he's a douche.
Well, you could put a turd next to Chris Collinsworth, and it's gonna look like Amy fucking Schumer.
Amen. But they were even noting, he's hanging in the pocket and making throws. He's not getting scared. He's not getting quick feet. Whether it's whether it's rookie naivete or what, he's just hanging in there and doing a damn thing. So
they're dealing. And my favorite stat through 3 weeks, and again, we're going into our bye this week. Yeah, week 4, 0 turnovers. None.
For both of
none.
For my team as a whole, not so much because Zeke fumbled a couple times. But
right, but just
Dak
looking at
Prescott,
Dak, right?
99 passes and a pick ain't one.
Yep, exactly, man. It's awesome. And from the point I was going to get to about the NFC East, you've got obviously each. I think the NFC East, what makes it the best division overall, top to bottom, is each team. You can interchange the teams, be it. There's history with each rivalry, be it Giants, Cowboys, Redskins, Eagles, the body bag game, you know what I mean? Giants, Redskins. You can interchange the teams any which way, and there's a fucking laundry in a history of a heated freaking rivalry there.
I hate your guts.
Yep, but I've always believed that, and I've got the question a lot. The Giants are right up 95 in Jersey, right up the Turnpike. Who do you hate more, the Giants or the Cowboys? And it's always the best rivalry in that division is the Eagles and Cowboys, in my opinion. That's from an Eagles fan's perspective.
The best physical, because we have such, like Eagles Cowboys. For me, I guess it's maybe being a Virginia Cowboys fan.
Okay.
Because I'm not a Redskins fan, and I know so many Redskins fans.
Yeah.
Redskins week for me is put up or shut up. I'm constantly talking shit.
Oh,
Eagles Cowboys, I'll talk a little bit of smack, but Redskins Cowboys for me is do or die. If my team goes down, I am sullen for the next like half a season.
Yeah.
Until we play them again.
Right. And
going 0-2 to the Redskins is literally just throw me off a bridge and hope I don't make it.
Blasphemy.
But Eagles Cowboys, it is a chippy, not dirty in a bad sense, but dirty as in a we expect you to do bad things because we are going to do bad things, and likewise.
Yep, exactly. That rivalry.
It's a bare knuckle fight.
The players come and go, but the rivalry stays the same. And again, from my perspective, it's being from there and seeing, just knowing what Philly, what is ingrained in that city and the fiber of it, and being from that, and then seeing Dallas fans and just the glitz and the glamour and then it's
also when we trade receivers, because we've now done that with 2.
Yep, it happens.
Terrell Owens and Miles Austin.
Yep.
2 of the biggest receivers for both of our teams for quite a while. Miles Austin maybe not so much for you.
Yeah, he did nothing.
But for
with
us, he was the guy for a long time.
He stopped at Wawa, got a hoagie, and read some nasty shit about him in the Daily News, and decided not to show up.
Exactly. So. Obviously, those are our 2 teams that we love them. And come week 8, it's Corey and I are going to be going at each other's throats. I can tell you that right now.
100%.
Split house right here at the WDMF studios.
Yep.
I want to switch gears a little bit because we got picks to get through. We got a draft to get through. What are we drafting? Are we drafting
No
anything?
idea.
Shit. Justin, come up with something for us to draft.
Yeah.
Donuts.
Donuts?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay. That's easy.
All of them.
That's donuts.
Yeah. 757-848-5920 if you got a draft idea. If not, we'll try and come up with something.
We'll do donuts. But I want to switch gears a little bit off of football before we get into picks.
All right.
Obviously, coming down to the wild card race in baseball.
Yep.
So this is the most exciting time of the year. for baseball fans and for sports fans in general.
Yep, because hockey starts in less than 2 weeks.
Corey is all about his hockey.
Yep.
So let's look at the standings. Let's see, wild card. I want wild card. That's what I want. All right, so yay. Yankees are kind of officially out almost, but not quite.
Yeah.
But maybe, but I don't know. But god damn it. Essentially where we're sitting right now, Toronto and Baltimore played each other tonight. Baltimore got the win. So they are now the first wild card seed in the American League. Toronto is the second. The Yankees won again against Boston 5-1. Houston lost to Seattle big. Seattle's right behind Detroit, and Detroit beat the Indians. So we are sitting, the Yankees are sitting 4 games back of Toronto, as is Houston. Seattle's sitting 2.5 back. Detroit's sitting 1.5 back. Out of those 6 teams, so Baltimore, Toronto, Detroit, Seattle, Houston, New York, where are we looking? What are you thinking?
All right, say that again. I'm sorry, I was Instagramming.
Baltimore, Toronto, Detroit, Seattle, Houston, New York.
Who's gonna what? Make it to the
Yeah,
World Series?
who's the 2 you think is gonna get in there?
I'll be completely honest here.
Yep.
I don't know. Because
Okay.
I have done not a lot of baseball watching this year. I know the Phillies aren't great. I keep up with them. And I know the Cubs are awesome.
Yeah, they're
I
13.5 out of the wild card.
No, our season shot 100%. And it has been since before it started.
Yeah.
But we serve liquor now at Citizens Bank Park.
Nice.
Why? Because we're 13.5 back of freaking the wild card.
Yeah. As much as I'd love to be a homer and say the Yankees are going to get there, I mean, we're on a 4-game winning streak, but we need to win out the rest of the season.
Yeah.
And we've got 3 games left now, I think, and I don't think that's going to happen. I think we're playing. Who the fuck are we playing? Baltimore to end? I think. Maybe.
I'd like to see Baltimore do something, man.
Yeah, we're Baltimore to end. So 3 games stand against Baltimore. So if we can win the next 3 games, we've got a shot.
Right.
No, we don't. Seattle, I don't have faith in them. I think it still might be Baltimore and Toronto here.
I would love to see Baltimore do it. I would.
Yeah. So, and then
So
Boston, Cleveland, and Texas are your 3 that are already in.
The Royals not even in the playoff picture.
No, they're behind the Yankees by 2 games. So they're
Okay.
81-78. They're
right.
7th in the wild card standings. Switch over to the National League. You got the Mets and the Giants in the 1 and 2 wild card slots. Mets got a game and a half on the Giants. St. Louis a half a game back of the Giants. Marlins are 5 games out with 4 games left to play, so they're officially done.
Man, it'd be cool to see the Marlins
So-
get in, even though it wouldn't happen. Though.
Yeah, at this point, they needed to sweep the Mets, and that just didn't happen.
Nope.
So you
See, I
got
can
St.
kinda
Louis and
talk
San
NL.
Francisco kind of going back and forth for.
Yeah.
And then their next series for St. Louis is against Pittsburgh, and then San Francisco.
I don't expect a ton from the Mets because they have, if I'm correct here, I think don't they have DeGrom and Harvey are out for the rest of the year?
Yeah, their biggest guy is
So,
Syndergaard right now.
Yeah, which Syndergaard's good, but when you don't have,
he's one guy.
Yeah, when you don't have your other 2 aces,
Doesn't help.
Yeah, playoffs
So-
are about pitching.
Yeah, so nationally, if the Cubs don't draw the Giants site can't be reached. If the Cubs don't draw the Giants in the divisional series, look for it to be Giants-Cubs rundown in the National League Championship Series. Look for a giant meltdown from the Cubs. And
Hey, puns.
And then San Francisco's going to win the World Series again because they're on their year.
I hope the Cubs pull it off, dude.
Just for the sake of
I've
over.
since my teams are always I have a soft spot for underdogs. So the Giants have been there, done that multiple times. I'd like to see the Cubs do it.
Whew, that was a fart. Okay.
Hey, Stinky Studio.
Justin's not even paying attention. Okay, yeah,
he's
he
trying to
caught it.
avoid it so his face doesn't melt.
All right. We'll do NCAA and NFL. We'll leave the EPL for after the show.
You want to do both? Do you think we should just squeeze NFL in? We're at 41 right now.
Let's squeeze in NFL, see how that goes, and then
If not, we'll just do like big college ones.
we'll do another video like in the car after the show if we have to.
All right, that'll work.
All right. Colts and Jags playing in London.
Jesus Christ, man. The Jags have played in London before because they've been terrible for years.
My Cowboys beat them in London a couple of years ago.
Yep, that happened. I'm going Jags here. I've sold my Colt stock, so although I still like Andrew Luck. Give me the Jags. Them London games are always weird. Nobody's awake. Nobody wants to get in the end zone.
I'm awake. I love morning football.
Oh, I do too. I'm talking about them, dude. They're going overseas to play bloody
yeah.
football at Wembley.
Bloody cheerio.
The stupid shit about these London games is the Cowboys and Jaguars and Colts. You're gonna see like Niner jerseys, Chicago, Carolina, Denver,
Division rival jerseys.
Everybody's gonna be represented at the UK. They don't have allegiances. It's just football. Give me the Jags, 19-13.
I think
Nobody
they're gonna
wants to be in.
I think they're gonna throw it around. 31-28 Colts.
I'd be all right with that to start my morning.
Yeah, right. Bills going to Foxborough, coming off a win against the Cardinals.
Yeah, New England.
Well, who's starting quarterback? Is it going to be Edelman?
Is it Edelman?
Is it Edelman?
I hope so,
I
because
do
I've
too.
got him in fantasy.
Everybody fucking does.
And you know what?
I'm gonna be watching that fucking pregame pre-fantasy show.
And you know what? He'll go 18 of 23 for 265 yards and 3 touchdowns.
It'll be great.
Give me Kent State. Edelman gets the win. Let me see. 24-13.
24-13. 24-13. See, I don't want to start the Pats 4-0. I don't want to. I'm gonna go with a long shot.
Take Buffalo again.
Yeah, I mean
2 weeks in a row for old Rob.
Why not? 27-24 Bills.
All right.
Titans going to Houston.
Give me, God, no J.J. Watt, but he hasn't been himself this year anyway. What's Titans' record? Titans have got to win, right? They're 1-2. I think they're 1-2. I think they beat Detroit.
Yeah.
They fall to 1-3 here. Give me Houston. Actually, you know what? No, I'm going Tennessee. Give me Tennessee 26-20.
I'm going 2013 for the Texans.
All right.
I still, Titans are good, but they ain't that good.
No, they're not.
Lions going to Soldier Field.
Lions because Chicago's a grease fire.
Because it's the worst team in the NFL.
Yep. 31-14.
34-20. Lions. Panthers going to Atlanta. Interesting one.
It is Matt Ryan, NFC Offensive Player of the Month. People were hating on him to start the year, but he's come out.
I mean, they're 2-1 now.
Come out hot. I think they fall to 2-2 though. Carolina got embarrassed against Minnesota. Cam's gonna come out ready to ball. Give me Carolina. I'll go 28-17.
Panthers shit the bed, fall to 1-3. Rumors swirl in Charlotte.
All right.
I can see the headlines already. This one's going to be a shootout. 35-31. Falcons. Seahawks going cross country to go play the Jets.
The Jets are so Jekyll and Hyde, dude.
And as are the Seahawks.
They are, but pedigree-wise, I trust Seattle more. I think it'll be tight, but give me the Hawks. I'll go 2016.
Yeah, with Russell Wilson kind of banged up, but also the Jets' failure on offense, I think the Seahawks jump out early. The Jets make a comeback attempt, but it doesn't work. 24-21.
I think
Or
Decker's
24-20.
Decker's
Seahawks.
banged up too.
Yeah. The Raiders heading to Baltimore. What's up with all these West teams coming across the country?
Yeah. This one's tough, dude.
Right.
This one's tough.
2-1 Raiders looking to make a statement against the undefeated Ravens, who look good.
Yep. Let's see. West Coast coming out east. They lose time. Jesus, man. This is tough, man. Give me B more. 23-21.
Good call.
Sticking with Baltimore.
I'm going to go 24-21 Ravens as well. It'll be close, but I don't think the Raiders are just there just yet.
No, but I wouldn't be surprised if they won. The Ravens are good for a shit job, too.
Yep. Browns coming to FedEx. Coming to play the Skins.
The toilet bowl.
The shit's playing the Foreskins.
Yeah.
That's a bad
Jesus
combination, by the way.
Christ.
Justin, you ever do that? I'm a horrible person. Here we go. No, I can't do it.
See, I can see either way, but I can also see, like.
Did you see Josh Gordon is going into rehab?
Yeah,
he's
did.
going into inpatient. I think that's got to do something to the morale of that team because they all expected him to be coming back next week, including me because I have him in 5 fucking fantasy leagues.
Yeah.
God damn it.
I'm doing this begrudgingly for a number of reasons, and I would love for the Skins to lose to the Browns, so that could be thrown out in the face of idiotic Skins fans around here, but I can't pick anyone against Cleveland. I can't pick Cleveland over anyone, I should say. Give me the Skins. Chris Berman. I just turned into him all of a sudden. Yeah. Fucking weird score. 25-22. I don't fucking know.
25-22 for the Skins.
Yeah, I don't know. I just wanted odd numbers.
All right. I have no faith in the Redskins, and I have no faith in Kirk Cousins, just like they have no faith in themselves. Cleveland's got to win sometime. They are not as bad as the Browns. They win 17-16.
I'm not saying I believe in the Skins. I just, if my life was on the line, I
wouldn't be betting on
I'm
them.
not trusting Cleveland.
Yep. Denver coming to Tampa. Trap game for the Broncos against a 1-2 dangerous Bucks team.
See, that's because I don't think Denver's as good as people are acting like. Simeon went off offensive player of the week for the AFC. Tampa's salty that they've been embarrassed in 2 different ways 2 weeks in a row. They got the shit kicked out of them by Arizona, and then they lost to the Jeff Fishers. So give me Tampa, man. I'm going to go 27-24. Big day for my guy Mike Evans. Fingers crossed.
Probably, but then again, the Broncos have the number 1 defense in the league for however many weeks it is running.
They do.
Simeon stacks his legacy a little bit with a comeback victory in this one. Give me 28-24 Broncos. They're going to start the season undefeated. Still. Rams going to Phoenix.
Cardinals, big. The Rams are due for a letdown. They had
Yep.
a huge win over Tampa, 37-32. So give me Arizona big in this one. I'm going 30-35. Actually, give me 38 to – I'll go 38-21.
I think we'll see the Rams that showed up week 1 against the 49ers. I'm going 42-3.
All right, college
Cards.
games.
Oh, yeah, man. Cowboys heading out west to go play the 49ers at Levi.
Hurts me to say this, but I predicted the 49ers would be picking first overall, and I'm not ready to punt on that yet. I hope I'm wrong. It's not like Chip hadn't beat the Cowboys before, but he had a little more talent back then before he gave it all away.
Watch it.
For cotton candy vendors. I'm going and I'm going the Antichrist here, which would be your team.
Really couldn't tell.
Yeah, I know, right? Give me 23-13.
23-13 for the boys. I like that score. I think, with Dez out, it limits our options a little bit. But again, like, as I said before, I'm not scared. I see us running the ball probably 40 times in this game. Dan Bailey is going to get a bunch, I feel, in this game. 26. It's going to be weird, though. 26-20.
Works for me.
Saints going to San Diego. A lot of cross-country games. What the fuck?
God, this is a weird one.
Yeah. High prolific scoring offenses, no real defense to speak of.
Yeah, and Manti Te'o, who's got a fake girlfriend, since I'm going to bring up something that's dead. And
It's Breeze Rivers, too.
It is.
Breeze Rivers, where's Manning when you need him? Oh, wait, he's playing on Monday night.
Right. And there's always that extra chip on your shoulder when you're playing your former team. And while I don't think the Saints are great, I don't think they're quite 0-4. But God, their defense is fucking epic awful.
Atrocious.
Yeah. I gotta go Rivers here, man. I've always been a fan of Phillip Rivers. I think this is gonna be a shootout, 31-28 Bolts.
I don't see the Saints losing this week, even with the Chargers being what they are, just because the Chargers can get scored on, as we saw against the Chiefs in bunches. Shootout again, 35-34 Saints.
That's what I said about Bray. I can see the Saints winning this game easily.
Chiefs going to Hines.
I'm as high on the Chiefs as anyone, but we just embarrassed Pittsburgh. They're going to come out pissed.
This is going to be a weird game because Chiefs haven't looked like they're Chiefs.
Yep.
But Andy Reid coming back to the Keystone State.
Yeah.
Jeremy Maclin coming back. Foles coming back.
Yep. Oh, they're going back to the shitty part.
It's like the Eagles going to play the Steelers again.
Yeah, exactly. Eagles Midwest. Give me – this is prime time too, right?
Sunday night.
That's what I thought. The Chiefs don't do so hot in prime time. The NFL loves putting them
shit
there.
the bed a lot.
Yeah, even though Alex Smith, I like the Chiefs, man, but Alex Smith's tough to watch, and they love putting him in prime time. Give me the Steelers. Antonio Brown and Marcus Peters is going to be a fucking joy to watch. Give me the Steelers. 23. 23-16. I feel like I already have that score for one game, but I don't care.
23-16.
Yep. Le'Veon Bell gets one in his first game back.
Trying to see the Chiefs' record.
2-1.
Are they 2-1? Who
Yeah.
did they beat last week?
Jets.
That's right. So their defense is coming in hot. I see them pushing the Steelers to 2-2.
I mean, I'd be fine with that.
But Le'Veon Bell's coming back, and Jamal Charles is coming back. Oh, God.
I trust Le'Veon more than Jamal Charles. Jamal Charles could fucking wake out of bed and tear an ACL.
Give me the Steelers 24-23. It'll be real close. All right, last one. Giants going to Minneapolis.
I'm going Vikings, man.
And we're on 55.
They keep it going, I know. I'm going Vikings. Giants fall to 2-2, which is good for both of us. This is in Minneapolis, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's at the new stadium.
Prime time again for
I mean, they're pushing the
new stadium
home of the Super Bowl. Yeah, come on. Hello.
Yep. No, I know.
Duh.
Give me the Vikes. Let's see.
I'm okay with this.
Yeah, no,
because that gives us the division lead. Well, no, you're still in the division lead.
Yep.
That gives us a game up on the Giants, NFC opponent.
Yeah, and they've got a division loss too. We don't.
Yep.
Vikes. Let's see. 24. We'll go 24-19.
I think this is going to be another blowout game by the Vikings.
I hope. I would love it.
I'm going 31, but then again, I see the Giants' offense working. 31-27 Vikings.
All right.
I think both defenses, while they have been good, I think the Vikings defense steps up, makes a play, gets it done. That brings us to our draft.
All right. We're doing donuts?
Doing donuts. And so next week, what's the bet for
It's the Reddit thing.
Reddit
The
thing?
roast
me?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Donuts. Shit.
Donuts.
I
All right,
feel
you
like-
got the first pick.
You do. Do you just want to punt on a draft until next week?
No, we can do like 4 picks real quick.
Okay.
Donuts.
I don't know. All of them.
It makes it so difficult.
The glazed ones with the raspberry jelly in the middle.
Raspberry glaze. That's your number 1 pick?
Yeah.
Awkward. Mine is blueberry.
That's fucking awkward.
Dude, I love blueberry donuts.
Well, I love raspberry.
Okay.
Number
2?
Boston cream.
Boston cream donut.
Yep. And I hate Boston, but
their cream is delicious.
Thanks for creaming in my mouth.
Douche. I'm going to go with original glazed.
Can't go wrong there.
Absolutely not.
All right. Well,
number 3?
I'm going glazed chocolate frosting with Jimmy's on it.
Glazed choc frosting.
Yeah.
What the fuck is a Jimmy?
I'm sorry, sprinkles.
With sprinkles. I'm going the double chocolate chip chocolate donut.
All right.
All right, pick 4.
Okay. I'm going this one because I went to Dunkin' Donuts a couple weekends ago for breakfast, and it was delicious. Reese's peanut butter filled. It was like a peanut butter square donut. And holy shit, it was an explosion of happiness in my mouth.
Don't hear that often out of him.
Dude, if that's what came out of...
Justin's over here like, oh my God, that's a thing?
It is. Go to Dunkin' Donuts has them, dude. They are fucking phenomenal. Get one immediately.
All right, and then for me, just regular Jelly-filled, man. Jelly-filled makes me happy. So there's the 4. There's a draft. You guys should give us some draft suggestions next week. You should also give us some bet suggestions. You should also give us other things to do to each other and to others.
Hey, that sounded
dirty.
Yep, that's
All
cool
right.
though. That's what we're going for.
You got a last call, buddy?
I do.
Okay.
Lot of death this week, man. But I had one that hit home to me. You know how I am with animals. And I'm going to try not to get weird here, man. But Monday sucked. You've been to my mom's house. You know the old white cat with the dots and shit?
Yep.
We got him when I was, in like 6th grade, dude. He was 16 years old.
It's a good long life.
Yeah. I grew up in a place where you treat animals like you treat anyone else. It's my biggest pet peeve. Take care of your pets. Don't let them outside, or don't leave them outside. You know, just take care of them, man. And he just kind of gave up Monday morning. So R.I.P. to my dude. You know, like losing a brother, man. And you know how I am with my cats. So
I feel you.
It sucks when there's one you grow up with, and it's a bummer because I was over there Saturday. You know, didn't really mess with him a lot because he's older. You could tell he hurt. So, you know, this is one of those things. If you knew it would have happened, you know,
yeah,
like I'd have picked you up and said goodbye. I'd have brought Bam over so he could say goodbye.
Yeah.
But so he passed, and it's a bummer. So
I feel you.
I miss you, dude.
Also, obviously, talking to town this week, we're going to end on a little bit of a sad note, kind of a lot. Jose Fernandez passed away Sunday morning in a boating accident. Don't care about the details.
Nope.
It's not important. Somebody who was going to bring baseball a lot of joy, a lot of fun, and a lot of good energy and a lot of good time is gone a little too soon.
Yep.
From everything that I've heard, everything that I've seen, he was going to. I hate to say it this way, he was going to be able to make baseball great again. He was going to.
Don't use that catchphrase.
Yeah, but I mean, he was going to be. He was different.
Yeah, 2-time All-Star.
In a great way.
Yeah.
So, R.I.P. to Jose Fernandez, and may every day be the World Series.
Yeah. I saw a video of him quickly of like a kid that was asking him for his autograph, and he signed him an autograph on the other side of the piece of paper. He asked the kid for his autograph. I thought that was super cool, and he was in uniform, and he split the paper and he put it in his pocket. So, I mean, we ended on double death.
Shows you what a kind of guy he was.
But yeah, you hate to lose somebody like that, especially really, really young, because it's somebody that probably would have made a difference in the world, and there's not a lot of them, especially positively. So,
exactly.
R.I.P. to 16.
Hopefully, we brought you a little bit of positivity tonight.
Yeah, nobody die between now and next week.
Justin. Love you, buddy. But yeah, appreciate you guys. It's been a fun 2 hours. And next week, we will bring you updates. Justin and the guys will be at NXT in Norfolk. So we were trying to broadcast from there. Unfortunately, things did not work out. So
we'll figure something out.
I'm going to try to get in here. You might just be hearing me. I might bring on a guest. Corey, you might have something going on.
I don't know.
It's going to be a weird Thursday. So
we should just take it off, dude. Let's mail it in for next week.
Well, we'll think about it.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it. So we will keep you guys posted. We'll keep you guys updated. But until next time, it will definitely be sometime in October.
Boom.
Until next time, Corey, you have anything you want to say?
Pucks. And I guess you're doing the goodbyes, so cheers to hockey season.
I'm not doing the goodbyes. You do the goodbyes.
All right, go ahead. You got anything you want to say then?
I love you.
Love you too, pal.
No homo.
Hey, full homo on my end, man.
Ooh.
Yep. I'm going to motorboat you on the way home.
You do that anyway.
Yeah, I do. I'll do it.
All right, you take it away.
All right. Everyone be good. Nobody died this week. There's been enough death. So stay alive, stay safe, and take care of each other. We'll see you next week, maybe?
In October.
Yeah, in October, possibly during hockey season. So who knows? Stay tuned. Find out. Thursdays, 10 to midnight. This is Pistol Midnight on our station, RadioFradio.com.